last that we left off, the party had just found their fortress that they'd been given by Stefan for defeating Violetta and resurrecting Samira. Their fortress, the fortress Orlunei, you found was ransacked, and it's going to be a bit of a fixing up project. And you cleared out some of the dragons that had invaded it and sold their hides, and that will help you get well on your way to saving up enough money to renovate the place, hopefully. In the meantime, you also found that there was a hole that was dug out in the side of a cliff right in the middle of your fortress that it seems a strange race of creatures from the underground called Durlugs have been using to come into your fortress and scavenge for goods. You met a few of these creatures and they didn't seem hostile at all. They just seemed a little bit trashy, but when it came down to it, it turns out they had to pay to come out and scavenge your fortress for goods. Who knows what else that may be leading to. On the other side of Reyam, rather, not really the other side, but kind of a bit of ways away, we switch over to Huo Jing, one of your former companions, a monk from the Isle of Kavir. And so for Huo Jing, oh, what a somber few days it has been. The tournament that you returned home to was canceled because there was a robbery from the Grand Vaults of Isamu, the capital. The robbery was for an artifact of terrible power, the Gold Eater Sphere, which I will show you the handout for.
Pretty.
The Gold Eater Sphere, which had been locked away in Isamu for quite some time, is seemingly indestructible, and it's a magical sphere which liquefies and consumes any gold, which I said touches it, but it's actually, that's kind of nearby it, like a foot away from it. And the gold that it consumes is never to be recovered. Because of this, it strikes fear in the upper class for obvious reasons, but it also catches their attention because they feel if the sphere can somehow be broken, all of the consumed gold that it has taken throughout the years, throughout the decades or centuries, millennia, however long it may be, would be released, and all that gold would be theirs. It's one of the 7 Dragon Balls. No,
it's one of the 7 gems.
Who has this, by the way?
It was stolen.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was stolen. It used to be in the capital of, or the capital city of Isamu, which is on the Isle of Kavir, which is where all the monks are. You guys, the party, you don't know this. This is something that only Huo Jing would know. And so, basically, in lieu of the tournament, all of the tournament participants were promised the tournament winnings as well as the champion title if they were able to retrieve the sphere and return it to the Isamu vaults. When you visited the palace, Huo Jing, to hear of this news, you noticed an abundance of sand on the floor, which attendants were sweeping up. Thanks to the collective investigation of all involved, including Huo Jing's own work, you all determined from the clues around that it was the work of 3 sisters, Zhou Fun, Lai Min, and Cheng Xiu. I'll put their names into the chat. They were already well known for their crimes, and it's actually quite baffling that these 3 would have the skill to pull this kind of heist off, what with all the magical barriers involved which protected the sphere. Regardless, you are given a signed letter from Grand Master Gao Kodo, pleading for the aid of the lords around the world to grant free passage and non-interference in this investigation. You are also given 30 gold pieces to cover your travel and your living expenses. You may have thoughts that because you have been on the Isle of Nagaf recently, it may be worth revisiting. It is quite nearby, so it is a very possible target for where they might have gone next. So, Huo Jing, do you head that way? And if you do, the closest city you would be going to is Gerie, right here.
Yeah, I will head right there and stop in at Gerie.
Right on. So, after a few days of traveling, you do land at the docks of Gerie. And I'm trying to think of if it would be, I think that you would have left from Janus Post, and so you wouldn't have been here. But Gerie, it's a smaller city than Janus Post, but it is an international port with a lot of bustling traffic, especially in the bazaar area. But anyway, you come off the docks, and you are greeted by you're greeted by a squadron of soldiers who are just looking out over the city. And
A squadron or a squad?
a squad. Yeah, squad. 6
Okay.
soldiers. I know. Military. I need to be correct in all my military vocab. Otherwise I'll get chewed out by you guys. A squad. Yep. So
Well, I'm
6.
just like, we're fighting fucking 250 dudes right now?
No.
Pretty-
So you got
Why not?
there's a squad of guards that are outside of the docks, and so you have arrived here and you have letter in hand. So
Okay.
your investigation might begin.
Yeah, I will walk off the docks. The guards are just kind of standard business. They're not doing anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, correct. So you have one guy who is just kind of looking people over as they're exiting off your ship, and another guy who's doing paperwork, and then 3 guards that are kind of loitering about, one standing still and actually doing his job.
Sure. Okay. I will go over to the guards and I will present my rite of passage and inform them about the investigation that I'd like to do, and if they had seen any that had come from the island of Kabir recently.
So one of them speaks up. He says, well, there was that incident that happened only a few days ago. Actually, was it a few days ago? I'm not sure. It happened
What was
right in
that?
the bazaar. They looked just like your kind. They did. They looked like they came from the Isle of Kavir, and they were criminals. They had ended up murdering a few people in the bazaar, and thanks to a group of travelers that came by, they were apprehended. At least one of them was. The other 2 were killed, unfortunately. But we do have one that we're holding in the guard tower right now. If your writ of passage is genuine, then I'm sure there should be no problem if you would like to speak with her.
I nod and I tell the man that I'd appreciate that very much. And if this isn't the one that I had handed my document over to before, then I will hand it over to him. Presumably he might want to check it out himself.
Yeah, he looks it over and he thinks he feels it's legit, and so he says, head over to the guard tower. It's right next to the Eisenbraun Manor, and speak with Lieutenant Reynoldson. He runs the platoon here.
Okay. And Huo Jing will
You got it. You head over to the guard tower. It's a kind of a small establishment. There are more floors involved that might have living quarters for them, but you enter and you see Lieutenant Reynoldson addressing 2 of his sergeants, and they see you enter. Yes, how can I help you?
Hello, are you Lieutenant Reynoldson?
The same. How can I help you today?
I am a monk from the island of Kabir. I'm not sure if you've heard the news, but a very powerful and ancient artifact has been... I've come to follow a lead that we believe may be fruitful. It's my understanding that you have one from my home that had caused trouble in town.
That very much may be the case. I didn't think that what you stole was a powerful artifact, though. It just seemed like some kind of a rock that she stole off the guy at the bar. But who knows what else they may have been doing. Anyway, do you have any permissions of some sort?
Yes, of course, and I'll take up my paperwork and hand it over to him.
Got it. Says, yes, well, we did have one of the privates that was looking over her. She's currently bound in the storage room right here. And if you would like, we'll allow you interrogation of the suspect.
I would appreciate that.
So he has one of these sergeants grab the keys and they open the door, which I can do. Let's just rotate that bad boy just like that. And I'll just reveal. And you can enter in the room now. You enter in the room and there is indeed a private there, along with the blonde boy in the back, behind a bunch of crates. He's not really doing too much. He's just playing Pokemon on his Game Boy. But you do see one of your kinsmen.
And have I seen the sisters before? You said I knew of them faintly.
You knew of them. You knew their names. You know that they had a rough appearance about them. Not too well kept together, but have you ever seen them in person? No, you haven't. But
okay.
If this person before you matches the crimes that they've spelt out already today, then this is a fair bet that it's one of these sisters.
Sure. All right. Well, I will come up. I will kind of shoot a look at the guard, just kind of judging for a moment, but then go over to Sheng and I'll see if she says anything first. And
So
if she doesn't,
if you approach her, you stand in front of her and you see her just kind of take a deep breath in. Her eyebrows they raise a little bit in sort of worry.
okay. Since she doesn't say anything,
Do you want the guard to be in the room, by the way? Or do you want to do the interrogation by yourself?
I wasn't completely sure yet. And for now, he can stay. I think I think I would only ask him to leave if I'm going to do anything morally reprehensible, which we'll see how this goes first.
Okay.
No, so yeah, I'm gonna kneel down and kind of look her in the eyes. How does she look like she's been treated so far?
She's been beaten to a frickin' pulp. How that happened, you're not entirely sure. You could ask maybe how this had happened and how she was apprehended. But yeah, she is looking really rough. Like maybe she had just passed out from her wounds and maybe just woken up. But yeah, covered in blood and all that.
Sure.
You guys did a bit more to her than that.
In that case, I'm going to simply say I'm here to investigate something you may be involved in. However, it does me no pleasure to see one of my kinsmen like this.
Well, what is it that you want? There's a lot that I've been a part of.
Are you involved with the theft of the Gold Eater Sphere?
So, I actually want you to roll an intimidation check, just kind of to see if your presence alone is enough to really scare her into telling you some things. So it's kind of like a passive intimidation roll.
Sure. I don't think I would be trying to be intimidating, for the record, so if you just want to take a passive, it would probably be what? Just a 10 that I can roll, which is an 11.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to go for a bit more of honey at the moment.
Sure. So she
And
would
before
say,
she speaks, if there's any like moment of silence, I'll just say,
there
you know
is.
that there still may be some opportunity for leniency if you are the one to cooperate.
So she just kind of, she's looking down, and she's obviously in a lot of pain, but then she looks up at you and she says, both my sisters were killed. This is much more trouble than it's been worth. You don't know what we've been through. But yeah, we were involved in the theft of that orb.
Well, I do have some time if you'd like to tell me the tale. However, my main goal would be to find it. You know the risk that it could have if it comes into the wrong hands.
I don't know much about it, actually. We were just contracted out to steal it. And we got some money of our own, and that was it.
I kind of hang my head. Well, surely you've heard the tales that it can consume all gold, and the origin of it. The story of the gold dragon who wanted to consume the world.
I'm afraid I don't know that one. But
Well,
you've caught me
they
in,
say
you've caught me in some terrible spirits right now, having lost the only two people I can trust. And I'm not sure what life is really worth anymore. Being on my own, beaten to a pulp, dragged here, questioned. Ever since the debt of our parents passed on to us, it's been a terrible life.
I understand, but the path of redemption is open to any who would seek it.
What can you promise me?
I will be honest with you, I cannot promise you much, but you know as well as I that my path is always open to those who would seek to. The Sun Soul School, they aren't exactly like light worshippers, are they? Or how would you characterize it? I'm basically trying to figure out what kind of aspect of worship it would be. If it would be in a proper expression to say to those who accept the sun or accept the light or what have you.
Right. Light worshippers. I would have to look into it. We'll say that for sure. For right
the
now.
statement is just something to the effect of.
Yeah.
And I'll
walk in the lights, etc. Okay.
Yeah, and maybe it's not uncommon. I'll let you have the ruling on it, but maybe at some point, there have been criminals even on Kavir who have an option of going full monk redemption kind of story, or alternatively execution. So I mean, preferable maybe.
Right. So she would reveal at this point that they had a troubled past when their parents passed away, and all of the debts of their parents passed on to the three sisters, and their estate was seized by a cruel landlord. And what ended up happening is they couldn't handle their emotions from the whole situation. They never really gained proper control over their fists, and they are from the school of the open fist, and so they resorted to crime and selling in the underground markets, black markets, etc. And that's how they kind of made their living. That's what she reveals to you for kind of her backstory and why she's in this tight situation. But I do want to kind of move this along a little bit more. So she would.
Sure. I'll ask just generally, who were you supposed to get it? Who were you supposed to take the orb? Did you hand it off? Where did you hand it off at?
So she kind of she tells you, and Oh, by the way, this whole conversation, it was happening in Kavirian. Like, whenever she talked to you, she responded to you in Kavirian.
Sure.
So this guy would not have understood, like, a word. But she tells you it was a man named Theodore Harrison. He's a fence for the Lowhands, one of the thieves guilds around Reyam. But the job itself was contracted out by a third party. They sought out the Lowhands, and the Lowhands sought us. The three of us were aided in the heist by the undead, though they were unlike anything I've seen before. I can't explain it if I wanted to, but they were able to shift our bodies into sand and allow us to pass through the cracks and the holes of the walls, and then all it took was a magic disabler bomb around the barrier of the sphere, and next thing you know, it was ours. Then we circled back to meet Theodore at a meeting spot of his, which was on the docks of the city of Mendes. That's a grand city you would find in the Underdark. I don't know where you'd find him now. I know he frequented the casino and the bat races. Definitely a gambling type. But
I thank you for your assistance. And hopefully the path of redemption will still remain open to you yet.
right. Well, the quickest way to get down there now is through an old fortress about 5 miles west from here.
Then I will head that way.
Can you do
Thank you.
anything for me now?
I will
Then-
see what I can do. And I nod and stand.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to walk out of the room, kind of like alert the guard that they can close the door. And I'm gonna approach the lieutenant again and kind of state matter-of-factly, I assume that her condition now is because of her capture rather than her holding.
Yes, they were apprehended in the Bazaar Plaza after they decided to rob a man and kill him. And
I nod.
it is very unfortunate the amount of deaths that we saw that day.
I can understand, but you will, you would also understand if my people would like to see justice done in their own way and traditions.
And what way would that be?
That would not be for me to decide, but I imagine when I make my report, you may see a extradition order, if you would be so willing to cooperate in these matters as they proceed. I would have the utmost respect and gratitude.
Sure. Transfer the prisoner over to your captivity in Kavir?
Yes,
We can
likely.
do that. We can do that. We'll hold on to him.
I nod. And in that case, I will kind of bid my farewells and leave the station. I'll write a message to have the so that I've located one of the sisters and that she should be transferred, and you know, she should be able to have some kind of lenient treatment because of the fact that she is now cooperating.
Sure. Okay. And then just to kind of finish things up, as you head out into the streets of Gerie, you actually do see Dominic Eisenbrown walking the streets nearby. Dominic Eisenbrown is the father of Stefan. You may have remembered him from the wedding that you attended. And he sees you, and you may have a bit of a chat, but he does mention that the fortress of Orlunei nearby was granted to your former companions. And so because of that, it's a little bit it's just a little bit strange that now Cheng Xiu has told you that the way to the Underdark is through a nearby fortress, and yet now you're being told of a fortress that your companions have been given. And so who knows what that may mean? Who knows what you would find if you head in that direction?
Coincidences can be fortuitous things.
Yes.
And
Sure.
I'll
Okay.
Join my chat. and head out.
Well, let's get the rest of the party involved in all this now. So you would be traveling for, it would be about half a day to get there. I'll just show you on the map where it is. You're on Gerie, and then it's just right there, about 5 miles away. So you would travel that way. You've already got plenty of supplies on hand for food and whatnot. So you head into Orlunei at the entrance, and sure enough, when you're approaching it from the distance, you see a bunch of broken walls, buildings with roofs that have holes in them. It seems like somebody has totally trashed the place. So I bring you to the exterior. Let me get your token out. So you'll be around there. And Thorkall, let's see.
Yes.
From the last session, your character wasn't able to partake in all the festivities because he had to take a crap. And
Okay.
you came back. You came back to the room and it was all empty, and you're just like, "What the hell?" And so you may have decided to just go along your way. But anyway, you're outside now, and you
I probably have like a pint of ale in my hand, so I'm like groaning about where the heck did they go off to? I'm friggin'
Keep it down. God damn it.
So you see a new face coming through the gates here. It's one of those. Actually, give me a just an intelligence check, just straight intelligence, Thorkall.
Straight intelligence, normal int. 15.
Damn,
Yep.
son.
So you can totally recognize from the hair, the clothes, everything that this is a monk of the Isle of Kavir. And you're not sure why she's here. She's a bit of a ways from home, but she's at your fortress now. You know that they tend to be quite peaceful people, and so for them to be away from their home, something must be up, is kind of a thing.
But then, the last ones I encountered weren't so peaceful.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. So you could have that suspicion about you.
Yeah, so
Let's
I'm
have
gonna
a
step
roll
out onto the
initiative.
road and go, "Halt! Who goes there? You're entering our fortress."
Ah, hello. My name is Huo Jing. I've come to look for Thaddeus and Clyde. Are you one of their new companions?
I travel with them. The mage and the half-orc.
I nod and smile. I attended a wedding with them and had a small number of adventures before I had to return home. Unfortunately, my travels have found me leaving Kavir once more. I was performing some investigation when happenstances found me along the same journey that perhaps you find.
Well then, what are you doing here? What is this journey you've embarked upon?
There will be time for that, I'm sure, but perhaps the others would like to hear as well. I can begin to tell you now while we find them.
Yes, they have gone missing. Perhaps gone on a little adventure somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where. However,
It's about this time when they, in the background, would be finishing up. And so they actually have been they would be finishing up about now. And earlier you guys were all like picking out your rooms and where you would want to be and whatnot. But we'll say Thaddeus, Klaus, and Tand, you guys, oh, and also Urek, you guys just appeared back from the room now.
I'm back.
So we'll just kind of retcon having you guys coming out here. You were wanting to repair buildings and just kind of look around, but you exit from the main complex building, and you still feel a little bit weird from being in the second dimension and meeting this guy Gerald.
What an odd experience.
Oh, Huo Jing, what brings you here?
I turn to Cloud go, so you do know this monk?
Yeah, we traveled together.
Hmm.
Took out a crime syndicate in Janus Post.
Just no stealing any things, eh? Last your con we encountered got into a big scuffle. Took all of us to put him down.
He's one of the good guys.
We knocked one unconscious. The guards took them away.
I think I may have talked with just the ones that you had encountered, or rather... but no, it is good to see you as well. I come for an investigation of sorts. When I returned home for the tournament, there was a theft that was discovered, and we believed that the sister monks that you had encountered were the ones that performed it. When I finished my interrogation of the one left in captivity, I discovered that. Do you want me to go through the rest of this? I can.
Yeah, you can relay, paraphrase, or just you could say my character
I essentially
relays
relayed to them that
everything that they heard meta in the background.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, you can do that. That's fine. Totally fine. So would you have told, like, details though? Would you have told them about the artifact? Would you have told them about hearing that there's a passageway through their fortress?
So, the orb has been kept in the vault, but rich people did know about it, so presumably, like, it's a thing known, just mainly known to people on Gerie. It's not like a secret, is it?
It's not a huge secret, right? Yeah, it is an
If you had
artifact.
been there and you inquired, then you would know. So yeah, I'll just tell them that this thing is specifically the thing that was stolen, and about what it can do, what it's rumored to do. Actually, I'll hold off on the what it's rumored to do bit. I don't know if they're greedy or what.
Oh yeah, I forgot to write down the guy's name.
Theodore something.
Theodore Harrison. Theodore C. Harrison.
So does she tell us that it eats gold?
I do tell them that.
We have a similar rock, except it eats dirt.
Interesting.
Yeah, Yurek's taking a look at it. I think he was looking for something along the lines of the rocks.
Does it make a distinction between dirt and stone and different kinds of stone?
From what the Mines of Reyam Guildmaster told us, it just eats dirt until it hits something hard, and then it stops. So maybe like a stone.
Like a rock. Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you want a good hole in like 10 years, we got you covered.
I nod and smile. Well, I see you've made a name and land for yourself as well.
Yeah, it's a bit run down, but with a few repairs, will be backing up.
It has character.
Okay. I'll generally ask for a tour and make small talk. And that'll be how that goes.
Sure.
Also, throw a call. How long were we gone?
How long were they gone?
It was about an hour.
It's been about an hour, give or take. Been sitting out here drinking alone.
So,
Where the heck did you disappear off to?
so around this time, right from behind you guys appears your buddy, Gerald. Oh, it's good to see everybody out here. Thanks again for hiring me. It'll be so great to get back to work.
Sure.
Oh, we're just like buddies now. We're like adventuring companions, except I'm the one that stays behind, right?
Yeah, that's right.
No, you're the groundskeep.
I'm gonna keep these grounds. I'm the best. I'm the best you'll ever see. Oh, we got new people here too. Great. My name's Gerald. I'm the janitor here, the groundskeeper. They rescued me. I'm indebted to them, sort of. But they still need to stay away from my stuff.
We rescued him from his old porn game.
Yeah, I was a woman for an hour. That's gonna take a time for.
I was young again. It was
I
glorious.
turned to them.
I
I
was
turned
a
to them,
woman.
raise an eyebrow.
Yeah.
Just what kind of magic was in that dungeon?
The good kind.
I don't want to talk about it. It's
It was quite odd.
Oh, it was
Ancestors.
another world that I created. We were playing Fiends and Fortresses. It's great.
it's really not.
I shudder. You don't want to go in that man's mind.
Gerald,
I
I
most certainly
recommend
do
that
not.
you get some help.
Get some help working on the grounds? Yeah, sure, that sounds great. I can't really do this all myself. If I do that, I'll get some blisters.
You need blisters. Need to build up those calluses.
So, anyway, he'll head on his way. That was Gerald, though. What do you guys do now? Oh, so you guys would have given Huo Jing a tour, and
Yeah,
I'll just
we'll
kinda-
show him the hole in the ground.
yeah, well, just for Huo Jing's sake, I don't know if you've ever seen the interior, but this is kind of what it looks like. You got your main floor of the building and whole bunch of rooms. It's a very it's a big expanse, and then of course you got the D&D room or the FNF room. So it was. By the way, I do need to tell you that if you're planning on doing anything with that monsters manual, you're not gonna really get anything out of it. That was just like completely a meta joke, and so don't expect any help from that.
I know it's still in the bag of holding.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a bunch of gibberish and numbers that you don't understand. A bunch of pictures of neat little creatures. Okay, so you wanted to show Huo Jing the hole in the ground.
Yeah, we're planning to go down there, see what's up, because people have been coming here and taking out shit.
A thing that should be avoided, most certainly.
There's the hole! Whoa! So, as you approach the giant hole in the side of the cliff in the middle of the fortress, you see exactly as Vivi the Durlug mentioned. There is a metal door that is affixed right to the center of it, surrounded by a bunch of dirt. There is a small handle that you could open, so if you wish to enter, you may do so.
Speaking of iron doors, we never rolled for all the patches on my
Oh
robe
shit!
of useful.
Yeah. Shit. You're totally right. We could maybe handle that quickly during the break.
That works.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just do that then. And if there's any options that are kind of like OP, then I'd probably exclude them from the list. But other than that, yeah, it should be fine. All right. So you guys want to head in?
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
We were thinking of going in and collapsing the tunnel. There's nothing of a worth down there.
Why do you guys want to go in here?
That's not what Huo Jing says. Huo Jing says that there's a whole
Yeah, I would
There's
a
explain
hole,
that
there's a
the
hole.
entirety of the Underdark and all of the casinos. There's basically like an entire another civilization that would be at the end.
Yeah, but also apparently dragons came out of this hole, so I'd rather close the hole.
But don't you want to take a look downside? Maybe.
Well, yeah, we need to get to the end of the tunnel. Apparently there's a guy that's just letting people in if they pay him.
Okay.
So we go cut
And
his head
there's
off.
ugly green creatures.
Oh no, that's
Cut all the
completely
heads off.
subjective, honey.
Well,
So-
if it isn't too much trouble, I wouldn't mind you delaying closing the hole until at least I can find this artifact and return.
Okay,
Sure.
so
I mean, if everyone's ready, we can just go in now.
okay, so let's
Yep.
do that. You guys enter, and you see a sort of operation just right at the door. It's crazy. You see more Durlugs, some of them wearing some black bandanas and I don't know what that shirt is. It's a tank top. The stripes tank top. Black and white striped tank tops. You also see a giant ogre dressed in chainmail armor wielding a giant halberd. So there's one Durlug who seems to be in charge of things there. He's wearing some pretty sick shades, and you just see him ordering the other two around. The two of them are saying, "Hey boys, we just finished stacking all the crates. What do we do now?" "I don't know. Stack them again, you dummies." "Oh, hey, look. We got more people back from scavenging. Oh, no, wait, you're not Dolugs. Yeah, you want to head in through and head down to Mendes? It's, just down the hole, and it's about 4 miles. You just follow the path. It's really easy. It'll be great. But, thanks for passing through. All right."
You need to stop letting people into our castle.
No. No, I'm not going to do that.
Well, then we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
Is this?
I think
Are
that
these
we
crates full of our shit? Because if so, we're taking it back.
No. I don't think that you understand. This is a venture that's set up by Mr. Perry, and you don't want to mess with Mr. Perry. I'm just gonna say that out there.
Who is Mr. Perry?
Wait, you don't know who Mr.
Probably
Perry is?
another green pimple.
Oh, no. He's from the overworld, just like you guys. He's one of the barons of Mendes. I'm really surprised you haven't heard of him. Yeah, so, I mean, when him and his companions first came down to Mendes, they boasted being heroes of the overworld, and they were rich, so they could definitely put their money where their mouths was. Then they basically made a bunch of winnings at the casinos, and they bought out a bunch of buildings, and wouldn't you know, Mr. Perry, he fancied my cousin's club. The club's called Ecstasy. He bought it right out from under him. Enough for my cousin to retire and tend to the next 4 generations of Durlugs. Which is, what, maybe like 40 years or so? But anyway, yeah, my cousin, he tried to become richer than the barons and more powerful, and I guess he was trying to leverage it to maybe overthrow them, but he's dead now, travelers. My cousin's dead. So, let me just tell you a little something. You don't want to mess with Mr. Perry. And you don't want to mess with me, because then you're transitively messing with Mr. Perry. And then Mr. Perry is gonna mess with you. You come in and you ruin his things.
This guy?
What?
Have we heard of this guy?
You can roll a history check.
Where's history? Oh, that's insight. That was the wrong one. History. 18.
Anyone else? Huo Jing and
Yeah, give me a sec.
Tand.
Sure.
None of you have heard of him. At all. You reach into the back of your minds, reach into that memory palace or whatever Matteo Ricci had, and try as you might, you just can't recollect any mention at all of a Mr. Perry. It's just it could be a pseudonym, could be anything, but you have never heard of this guy before. Yeah, so that's what he says. So, Mr. Perry, if you mess with his little project and this venture that we have going on here, Mr. Perry will probably do what he can to take you out of the picture, if you know what I'm saying. And then
Never heard of him.
the
Bullshit.
guy behind him, he says,
Mr. Perry, he's gonna rip your guts out if you get in their way.
so you called bullshit that there is no Mr. Perry?
Yep. I think you might be joining your cousin soon if you don't leave.
Oh,
Place
oh,
alone.
Huamo, I'm shaking
Wow.
in my little boots. Hold me, Huamo.
Yeah, it's okay, boss. I get scared sometimes too.
No, get off me, you goddamn brute. God. No. There is a Mr. Perry. He heads the gang and he heads the club down in Mendes. If you really want to take care of your problems, you might as well go talk to him. But for now, you gotta quit bothering me in our venture here. And if you touch any of
Question.
our shit, then we'll kick your asses.
Those crates and these chests, are they from downstairs or upstairs?
We may have, done a little bit of scavenging ourselves. But, yeah, it's not important right now. If you
It
want
is to me.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, but, they're ours now. And like I said, if you try and touch them, we'll kick the shit out of you. So,
Who's thinking Thunderstone?
How
if
much
you
would
guys want to
say
head
all of
down,
it is worth?
I'm telling you don't want to mess with us, because then you're messing with Mr. Perry. It's not gonna be pretty. He's a very powerful
Oh,
man.
of course. But how much would you be getting to sell all of these things?
We'll have to see what it goes for on the market, and really, we're just using it for storage up here right now. It's mainly a lot of food because we need to tend to this place. We got some runners that come up and give us some food, and so that's mainly what's inside these crates is a bunch of apples, some fungus, shit that you guys probably don't like.
Fair enough to me. That's all.
Why don't we talk to this Mr. Perry?
Yeah, so like I said, it's a pretty straight shot down there. Pretty safe of a walk. You just gotta head down the ladder, get down into the Underdark, and yeah, just keep your mouth shut about this and this whole operation. We don't want word getting out too much. I'm talking about when you go back to your overworld. We don't want Mr. Perry's operation being compromised. This is a new job that he gave me, and I don't want it getting messed up.
I say we just kill him.
Oh,
What's to stop him from pillaging our whole shit now that we're gone?
this is a very bad idea, let me tell you.
They had plenty of time while we weren't there.
So, when you say that,
Yeah.
Huamo, he
We
stands
fought
up.
you in the end.
The big ogre, he just stands up and he just wields this giant freaking halberd. And he just kind of gives you the angriest glare, like, you're gonna die, punk, if you do that.
I glare back, and I have darkness prepared in my left hand.
You guys really want to do this?
I mean,
I won't engage him
prepare it
alone.
as well.
That's what you're
Still
asking.
take the spell slot, doesn't it? So I think the answer is yes.
Are we rested since we last went?
You guys are all fully healed, but if you really want to do this, you can. It's
See, the thing is,
just
I
go
can see
take
in my
care of
own
this,
darkness.
Mr. Perry.
Why don't we talk to Mr. Perry first?
Let's see
Or we
if
can
we
go
can
to
take
Gerie,
over this operation.
Get some guards.
going to Gerie and get some guards. Yeah, that's one of the things I told you not to do. And let me tell you, your reputation right now with Mr. Perry is neutral. And that's probably one of the better things that you have going for you. You don't want that to sink any lower, because then there might be a little bit of expansion to this venture, and your fortress might be a little bit more beat up than it was originally. Let me just say that.
We're
I'm
from the
gonna-
overworld, literally
Uh-huh.
outside, and we've never heard of your Mr. Perry, so I call bullshit on him.
I'm gonna like speak up a bit and maybe put a hand on Klaus's shoulder where he's like prepared darkness, if there's any visible sign of that. And essentially, there is a civilization in the Underdark that it has very wide reaches. Perhaps diplomacy would do better. After all, if you kill these, and Mr. Perry is as powerful as they say, and even if he isn't, surely there are other powerful, wealthy people down in the dark who would seek to claim this, what they assume to be a profitable venture. Perhaps a better way to go is to find some sort of immunity rather than slay everyone inside of the dark.
I still say we would direct the river and just flood the whole fucking place. Let them drown.
I kind of glance across at the room and go, these ain't worth it. It'd be a waste of strength. Might as well talk to this Mr. Perry chap.
Agreed.
Tons, do you have any say on the issue?
I said we should go talk to Mr. Perry.
Okay, so Klaus, it seems like it's 4-1 on this, so
Yeah.
might be best to stay your hand for now. But Olis says that, listen, let's just forget about all this right now. You head down there, you talk to Mr. Perry, and if you can figure something out to maybe shift this venture somewhere else, then that'll be fine. But just know that if you shift the venture somewhere else, I'd like to still keep my job. That's, I guess the only thing that I ask for. I know that you guys may have a little bit of influence about you yourselves. I don't know what the hell those medals are that you're wearing, but, yeah, I do need to tell you a little bit of something about, Mr.
These
Perry.
medals are for
What?
turning back the tide against the invasion against the Knolls on Janus Post.
Oh, you killed a bunch of puppies, huh? Yeah, that's very honorable of you. So anyway, listen, travelers. If you do decide to talk to Mr. Perry, you need to keep this in mind. Mr. Perry is all business. No games, no sweet talking, no tricks, no jokes. Some of the other barons may be keen to that and a little bit more fun, especially Mr. Ziggy, but not Mr. Perry. You could get yourselves killed very quickly. Consider me telling you this, my welcoming present. It's a harsh world down here. Best to stay out of trouble. So, good luck
Who's
to
good
you.
at writing here? Because I think if we go missing, we need to inform everyone of your operation so they can bring down the whole fucking army down here.
I'm not sure they'll get very far.
Well, they'll at least close up this fucking place.
Did you ask who's good at writing?
Yes, out loud. So we can, like, write it and give it to someone in case we don't return.
Yeah,
Inform
I've discovered
Mr.
enough
Perry.
that I'd actually want to send another report too. I'll just write back home that, any new information. So specifically where this is and whatnot.
So, I mean, you've got, for people who could hold on to a letter and stuff, you got Gerald there now. You got Uruk there. You could use them as a resource if you would like.
Yeah. I'll go inform Yurik of what's happening if we're not back, like, within a week. Get some help and close this fucking place up.
Oh, I do need to show you Olis's handouts. If I did upload it, I think I did. Could have sworn I did. Let me get that deal really quick. Gotta upload it really quick. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible person.
I forgive you.
I still think I can take them. I can see in my own darkness, they always have disadvantage, I would have advantage.
Well, the concern really isn't if you could take these dudes. It's if you can take the inevitable army that would...
Okay, there he is. That's Olis. So he's got a Bowie knife, and there's actually not pictured, but he does have a sort of a bandolier of a bunch of other Bowie knives, all of which have bottle openers on the pommel, which is pretty cool. That's my man
Disgusting
Olis.
creatures.
They're Durlugs. Okay, so what do you guys decide to do at this point?
I'll go and inform Yurik of what we're doing, and if we're not back in like certain time frame, like a week, to go to Gerie and inform of this operation, the Durlux, and then there's a path to their city in our keep.
Okay, you may do that.
And I'm out Mr. Perry and the whole, he's from up top. Apparently a hero, and has been running operations.
Oh, you did find the blonde boy, by the way?
Yeah, he's literally just down below.
Yeah, he skitters away. Okay. Skitters behind one of the
Skitters?
mushrooms and just squats down, starts playing his Game Boy, making beeping and booping noises.
Klaus
Alright.
will summon his longsword and start walking.
The
towards-
description of a human being skittering away is positively terrifying to me. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So, okay. There's a big hole right ahead. It's got a ladder. It's pretty sturdy. Olis assures you of that. He says, "Yeah, it's we got it set up to a point. Got it down to a science. You'll have no problem just climbing down. It'll be a bit of a climb, I can tell you, but you won't have any trouble. You won't be falling off. So there's a ladder, and it's got like kind of rungs, big rings kind of around the outside of it, so you can't necessarily fall backwards too easily. So it does seem pretty safe to go down, and the ladder does seem to be made of kind of a metal. So if you guys all want to head down, we could do that.
Yep.
I'll go down first. I have pretty good dark vision.
Okay.
Concerning how
I'll follow behind.
Oh, in the back as always.
So you guys head down the ladder, and it's taken a long time. You're heading down. Oh gosh, it's probably. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong. I fucked it up. I can't believe it. You head down for what seems to be, like, maybe 10 minutes of climbing, even 10-15 minutes. You're heading down so many flights of stairs, or I mean, rungs of the ladder. You're assuming that you've gone down at least 200 feet, maybe if not more, but it just keeps going down and down and down. I mean, you're safe the entire time, and unless you get too tired, then there's nothing really to worry about. But as you do get deeper into the ground, I do need you guys to all roll a Constitution saving throw for me. It's a pretty low DC. If you totally screw it up, then this. Okay, so you guys are all fine. You can definitely sense a little bit more pressure on your bodies, and the atmosphere is changing a little bit. It's kind of cold, but it's also it's very muggy, and just kind of going further into the ground, there is a little bit more pressure associated with that. Though the hole starts to open up, and I keep doing that, and I keep switching the music, and I feel terrible for it. You head down, and you see just a vast expanse of these giant mushrooms. It's insane. How huge these are. You've never seen anything like this in your life, and so soon enough you reach the end of the ladder, and there is a small path that you can head along. And I'll just have you guys. Who's got the highest passive perception? Would you say?
Probably the monk.
Monk's 13.
I have 3.
I'm 10.
Well, passive 13.
13?
I'm 13 too.
Okay, that's still enough. You do hear a familiar. What's the verb to describe how it? The familiar guttural sounds of a Durlug up ahead, and an argument that's happening between them. It could be the two that you just ran into, is the thing. So let's move you over there. And let me pull out your characters. So sure enough, you do see them. Klaus, the first to see him. You see Gonzo and Vivi, the two who were scavenging in your fortress that now seem to be making their way back. But now they're sort of bickering amongst each other.
We meet again.
Oh!
My weapon is still drawn.
Oh, great. Now we're completely trapped, Gonzo. There's nowhere we can go. What's gonna happen to us? This is awful. We got a bunch of rocks on this one side, and now we got a bunch of jerks on the other.
Did the tunnel collapse?
Yeah, it was. It was supposed to be a nice, safe way through, and then wouldn't you know it, we come back, and there's all these boulders in the way.
So why haven't you been digging?
I hurt my back a little bit. Gonzo, he says the same. Yeah, I did. Their voices are kind of similar, so I don't know how to distinguish them. My back hurts a little bit too, I'd have to say.
I could make an insight check to see if they're lying through their teeth.
Well, we've been climbing forever. I'm sure you guys' arms are a little bit hurt.
I'm fine.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
I'm old and I can still handle it.
Your bodies are so frail. It's adorable.
Oh, did you see the, I need to show you the handout for them, for Alamar. That's what they look like. That's Gonzo and Vivi. No, those are what Durlugs in general look like.
Hey, could I use a thunderstone on the rocks?
On these rocks?
The ones that are in the way?
Yeah, and so Gonzo and Vivi, they pointed out to you guys, it's these rocks right there. Those two boulders were not there in the past, and you can see through them a little bit, and especially if you have, actually, Klaus, since you have like the most powerful dark vision.
Yep, 120 feet, magical and non-magical.
Right. Give me a perception check then.
Remember, I have goggles in the night of
Yep.
the night plus.
Nice.
So it's you can see through the cracks of the boulders, and you do see the path kind of continuing, and so you assume that this is just the way that it would go. But other than that, the new atmosphere and the pressure and just the mugginess of the whole place has got your senses a little bit messed up.
Is it just two boulders or like a cave and like a lot of smaller boulders?
It just seems to be like these two boulders right in front. And so you assume that with a little bit of work, manpower, you could probably push these away and clear the path.
Anyone got any solutions besides manual labor?
Yeah, guys, so you want to do some more manual labor?
Particularly.
Thaddeus, you're just hanging back there?
Yep, just hanging back.
Can't any
Well,
of you
that-
use some magic nonsense to blow a hole through this rock face?
Could you melt like a bit of it with acid?
Rocks?
I mean,
oh yeah,
we
you got the power
we got-
glove. I don't know. It's kind of up to you. I put 2 rocks in front of you guys, and so how you get rid of them is player ingenuity at this point. I'm just kind of prepared for when you guys clear out the rocks.
I'm gonna throw a thunderstone and push him back.
Okay, and so it would just kind of be in this area, and so it wouldn't necessarily... Sure, okay, yeah, you throw your thunderstone, and... Oops, that's enlarge. That's not what I wanted.
Do rocks make con saves?
They do now.
So,
And they're knocked prone.
Is there a limit, like a weight limit on what it can push back?
it never specifies that, but I'm just kind of... I'm going with whatever ideas we got, and so I'll say that it helped budge them a little bit. You saw them move
Could
a little bit.
could I chip some like bits off with force damage,
Probably.
or would that be thunder damage?
Probably. You could, if you're wanting to like do your Eldritch Blast against the rocks, you could give that a shot.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that works
Because
out.
now I can shoot off 2 at a time. So
Okay. Yeah. Give me some
I'll
attack
just start
rolls.
going to like.
Oh, you got a nice critical.
And then the shit afterwards.
That's all right. You deal enough damage to kind of... Oh, and by the way, like all these pebbles, they just went like...
I mean, if we
Help
just
them out and throw.
if we just firing blasts of magic at it, I can do that too.
Yeah, I'll throw Radiant Sunbolt at it.
And
Yeah, but-
Firewall.
Yeah, but fire against rock is kind of.
I mean, it produces some kind of force, right?
So, with that, you guys eventually clear the way, not exhausting yourselves too much, though it was yeah, it's just mainly just a bunch of cantrips you guys have been casting, and so it wasn't that tough. It took a little bit of time. You did make a bit of noise with the vocal component and just making blasts in general, so that was maybe the only downside is now whatever is around might have heard all these blasts happening. Though in clearing a bunch of rocks, how can you avoid a bunch of blasts? So anyway, you look further into the cave and you see a bunch of webs. And I need you guys to...
I'm gonna throw a fire vial at the.
So this was supposed to be safe, huh?
It was safe! It was safe when we got here. I have no idea what happened.
No wonder you creatures lived short lives.
So, are you gonna hang back and throw a fire tonic?
Yep, I'm throwing some fire on the web.
Okay, yeah, drag
Incoming!
drag out your spell thing. And let me know where you throw it exactly. The area effect thing.
Oh, right, hold on.
Yeah, the spell graphic. Kinda right there.
Yeah, I wanted to get both of them so I could, like, light them all on fire.
Just kinda like this area.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Sounds good. Klaus, before you step forward, we need to have this take place. So you do that. You throw it, and some of the webs all start to clear away and burn up. And it is at this point that I need you guys to all roll initiative.
Oh, shit. Damn, that was pro.
So let's see. We'll say that. Okay, so they just took the damage.
There's an awful lot of them there, but
Oh, you also see 2 Durlugs that are caught in the webs and wrapped up, and they seem to have been devoured. Though you can still tell that they're Durlugs. They got plenty of fat about them.
They're well-rounded creatures.
Exactly.
Their spheres of influence are quite large.
Tons.
Oh my, that is quite a lot of them.
You know what they say? The more numerous there are, the more numerous they are.
Exactly.
that's exactly what they said.
It's written in my scriptures.
All right. Can these things speak? They speak. Do any of you speak Undercommon? I don't think any of you do. But let's get started on this. Just a second. Let me switch over to some combat music now. I don't know. Jungle battle? Yeah, why not? Jungle battle. Clear out some more of this so you can see it. In case you wanted to do anything. Uh-huh. Sorted the turns. And so let's go. So the first turn is with this guy right here. He is going to... What has he got? He is going to... 1, 2... He's going to start to climb up the wall right here and hold his action. Thaddeus. Followed by 2 guys in time.
I wanted to quickly see how many I could catch in this. Decent number. Yeah, okay. Do that with a shatter.
Shatter?
Yeah, thunder? So yeah, shatter, yes.
What's to say they gotta make?
In a cave, bro?
Yeah, it's a great idea. So DC 15 con save. Oh, 4, yeah.
Anything else that happens besides the damage?
No. Just half as much on a third save. So 14 or half as much as 14.
Where
So
did you,
7.
where'd you put the ability?
It was there. It was somewhere around here before.
The webs might be damaged because it's not
Ooh, that's a
being
good
carried.
point.
They would be, yeah. You guys have damaged their webs and now they're pissed. So, anything else, Thaddeus?
Yes. By the way, I only see health for 2 of them. Okay, yeah, you're maybe uncovering it.
I am actively changing it, yeah.
Oh.
I forgot to do that, I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
But your shatter seems to have affected the little guys
assuming-
quite a bit.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. There's one right here. He is going to cast Hold Person on Klaus. So Klaus needs to save on a wisdom saving throw. And you save. You're on GM layer, or you're on Whisper to GM, by the way. And then he's going to, which one is it? He's gonna get around back a little bit. Hide behind that rock. This one right here, he's just gonna straight up charge. And he will make 3 attacks on Klaus.
Did you succeed on the horde person or not?
He failed. What's your AC? Klaus. Klaus? Klaus! Oh, I see it. 17.
I think they were all hits because he's dead.
Klaus takes 6 damage from the crit. It is Tom's
Man, I
turn.
thought that was gonna be way worse.
They're daggers.
Forgot I switched to push to talk.
It's okay. It is Tan's turn. Followed by 2 Kytines and then Klaus. Silas, where are you?
I'm here. Time to kill these little bastards.
Okay. Yeah, you want to get the 3 of
Hold
them?
on. Yeah. Trying
Hold
to get
Alt.
it to work.
Hold Alt when you're yeah, exactly.
Oh, nice.
Okay, the 3 of them. Alright, give me a roll.
Ouch.
Kytines fail. This one, you totally burn up. This one takes 4.
I have never rolled well on the damage from my fire.
You did against the water elemental.
Probably only got the bonus because I was inside of it.
There we go. Should be good on that. Okay, now we move on to
The
these
dice
guys.
gods knew.
You killed the guy who was just about to go. Now it's this guy. He's gonna also Sally out. Sally forth. He's going to attack the guy who attacks his web. So he's gonna make 3 attacks on Ton. I'm guessing the 22 and the 19 hit.
Attacking me?
Yeah.
That is correct.
You take 10 piercing damage.
Ouch.
It ends its turn. Klaus followed by Thorkal.
Time to test out new shit.
Holy shit.
Oh boy.
Hypnotic pattern.
On all of them? Okay, so what do they need to do? Wisdom saving
DC
throws.
14 wisdom.
Okay, so we got 4 of these guys just going down the line. So we got 2 that succeeded, 2 that failed. And the Choldrith is going to get succeed, so you have 2 that failed. And on a failed save, they become charmed for the duration.
They're incapacitated.
Okay. There you go. Anything else?
Nope, that's a turn.
Excellent. Thorkal, and then followed up eventually by Huo Jing.
Cool. So I'm going to character sheet. Why'd you keep closing? Jump down to here. My axe out. Rage, and hit this guy.
Okay.
So where's my axe out? 1, and second attack 2.
The second one hits.
Cool. The Ancestral Protector swim around it.
Alright, you got it. It is now the second Choldrith's turn, and he is, like his other guy, going to try and hold person. Actually, no, he's going to... can he do this? Ah, he will. He'll probably do that. Oh no, you can't do that 2 times. You would have to do... no, that's kind of dumb. Do we have any actions that I can do? Yeah, he's going to cast... He's going to do web attack. Attack 19 against Tand. That was the guy who would toss the fire at the webs. And so with a 19... Actually, no, that doesn't... As an action, the restraint can make a DC 11 strength check, bursting the web on a success. But... the attack was destroyed, and vulnerability to fire damage. So it looks like it hit you, Tand. So you would be restrained by webbing.
Alright, well I can make a strength check, right?
As an action on your turn. Like it did the attack, and that was a 19, and so I think that it beats your AC. So it'll do that, and then with a bonus action, it is going to cast Spiritual Weapon. And I gotta drag that out. There's a hammer. He's going to Spiritual Weapon and try to attack Huo Jing. Does a 15 hit? Probably not.
Nope.
Okay, cool. The chitin is going to also try and... He's going to hop up on top of this mushroom and try and attack Tand, who is now restrained. With... this would be advantage, I guess. So that'd be 2 hits.
Yep.
8 piercing damage onto Tand. It is now Huo Jing's turn, then 3 chitins, then Thaddeus.
Okay. I'm going to throw some sun at the nearest target, which is this dude.
Baller. That's a hit. You kill him.
I will use the second action, second attack in the action, to attack.
Okay, that is a miss.
I will spend a key point to do my bonus action for 2 more sun.
Okay. That is a miss. That is a hit. Nice one. Nice damage. Okay. Anything else?
I'm gonna get away from this. I don't remember. Did spirit weapons get attacks of opportunity when things move?
No.
No.
Yeah, but I'm gonna move the fuck away from it. I'm actually gonna hide behind our new friends.
Oh yeah, sure, I'll protect you. Let me shoot out my own DBZ laser beams. Yeah, I'm
you
really
can do
good
that
at
as well?
Yeah. I learned how to do that. I saw it on TV once. I'm sure I can channel my energy somehow.
I'm excited.
This one is incapacitated. This one is incapacitated. Now it's at the top of the order. This guy, seeing that hiding's not really going to do anything, he's going to jump forth. Going to be right there, and actually, he's going to... Does he have that much movement? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, he would still get it. So he would get advantage on Klaus if he attacked with this guy flanking him.
If Vivi is attacking, technically she would get an attack of opportunity.
Sure, for shits and giggles, why not? I did make a... Let's see if that does anything. So Vivi, she takes out her shiv, and she tries to get an attack of opportunity against the guy. That's actually gonna hit for 6 piercing damage.
Take that, you son of a bitch!
And so
You may not be able to shoot balls of energy, but your stabbing skills are proficient.
Oh, I you know, girls like us pick a few things up. I'm sure you can understand.
So this Kaitine's gonna make 3 attacks with advantage against Klaus. And I think all 3 are gonna hit.
Yep.
Luckily, it's not that terrible for damage. It's 17 piercing damage. Could be worse. Could be 33 from a roper. So anyway,
Which one was that one?
That was during the anime one-shots. The roper did like 33 damage.
No, I mean, which one just attacked? Was it this one?
No, it was this one.
Oh, okay.
Thaddeus, it is your turn. Followed
Cool.
by Choldriths,
I
Titan,
am
and
going
Taunt.
to try clean up these guys, and hopefully I don't just not quite clean them up. I'm gonna do magic missile towards these 3, one each.
That will probably do something. Yeah, give it a
I
shot.
have no idea how much health they have, so
It's told. Okay, so first one. All right. So on the first one, you deal 2 damage. Did you want to preemptively space them out like that?
yeah. I mean, I think you basically have to decide when
Okay.
you do it. Try them all at the same time.
If it hits with a ranged attack, that isn't a crit automatically, is it?
I don't think it's a crit automatically.
No. Also,
Okay.
the one that got hit for 3 damage is not incapacitated anymore because it took damage.
Okay. He wakes up. But you took care of one, and now these guys are just on almost
Yep.
dead, totally. Okay, this guy's going to come forth again and skittering along. Blah, 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 blah. By the way, these guys have like lots of arms, and so that's why they're able to attack with daggers so much. They're like Goro except spider people. This one is going to try and hold person on Thorkal. So Thorkal needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom. 15.
You succeed. Congratulations. And you can't do a bonus action, so I was just gonna... Yeah, right there. Okay. Kaitine, he has to attack Thorkal, otherwise he gets disadvantage. So he's going to do that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoops, that was a not advantage. So 18, 10, and 20.
The 18 and 20 hit.
So 3 damage with your rage. And that is
Yep.
its turn. Mr. Tand, you are restrained by a web that was shot out by a Choldrith. What do you do? If you would like to escape, the web itself can be attacked somehow, or you can do a strength DC 11 saving throw. Athletics. Silas,
Yes.
what do you do?
Strength save. Oh.
Unfortunate.
I'm not strong enough.
Any bonus action?
I can't move, can I?
No.
Yeah, so I can't do anything else.
Okay. That one's dead. Klaus, it is your turn, followed by Thorkal.
I want to stretch out both of my hands in opposing sides and shoot an Eldritch Blast at each of them.
Okay. And what ability is that?
Eldritch Blast.
Oh, just okay. Ah, yeah, you can direct. Okay, you just get it at 5th level. 2 beams at 5th
Yeah,
level.
and
Got it.
I don't know, 11th 3 and 17th 4.
Got it. Okay, cool. Well, you kill one of them, and you damage the other one. Looking pretty good. Thorkall, your target just died.
So I'm gonna step over, if I can mouse please, over here and hit this target instead.
Okay. If you position yourself, no, there's no way you can position yourself for advantage.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
go for it.
As I went there, then I was positioned to get.
Yeah, but Tanda's restrained.
Oh yeah, okay, right. I completely forgot about that. Cool. So hit 1.
That's a hit, and you kill him with that.
Oh, okay. That is that's an interesting one. Then I guess I'll just step back over here, ready for the other ones. And then my turn.
Okay. It is Choldriths' turn again. He is going to use a bonus action to move the spiritual weapon over here and try and take a swing at Thaddeus. The 19 is going to hit and
Okay.
deal 8 force damage.
Okay.
And then, so since I did that, does that count? Am I able to cast a spell still?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
okay.
just use your bonus action to move and attack spiritual weapon.
Right, okay. So if I'm still able to do shit, then I will
Which one
try.
attacked me?
I will try once again, probably in vain, to hold person on Thorkall. And we'll see what happens. Thorkall, you are held. You are paralyzed for 1 minute with this guy's concentration. Oh shit, it was actually this guy. So you are now paralyzed. And it's gonna run away. Hide behind a rock. And that is its turn. That guy's dead. Huo Jing, you're up.
All right. I'm going to move forward and just kind of pat Vivi and say, thank you for your assistance. And then throw a sunbolt, which presumably is a miss. So we'll throw another.
That's a hit, and it'll automatically kill.
I will move forward some more. And use a second key point to throw more.
Pew pews. Okay.
And this is that this
second
thing.
one is going to hit. Okay, cool. 19. This guy's incapacitated. That one's dead. And that one's dead. Back to Thaddeus. Turn orders. Getting skinnier.
We're basically down to just
3.
the hard to hit guy. Not the hard to hit, but like the beefy guy.
Big Daddy
Yeah,
Spider.
Big Daddy Spider. This round I'm just gonna do a 5-bolt at one of them. How about the one closer?
Okay.
Or actually no, just see. Actually, no, the spider definitely.
That is definitely going to hit.
I will definitely take that. And is not bad.
Kaboom. You hit him with a firebolt. Anything
And
else?
that's yeah.
Got it. Alright, it is now its turn. And this one is, he does not have a spiritual weapon. He's gonna try that same song and dance. He's going to try and web Huo Jing with a 19. So Huo
I am
Jing,
webbed.
you are now restrained by a web.
Is it just Huo Jing or is Tond also webbed? Tond is also webbed.
Yep. And then with that spiritual weapon on Huo Jing to attack with advantage. 12 is going to miss. That'll be its turn. And now it is the dead Kaiten. Tond, it is back to you.
Frank, say. God,
Still restrained.
damn it. Help me, you bastards.
Klaus, followed by Thorkell.
You'll be fine. Four damage. Wow.
4 damage from an Eldritch Blast. Alright. Anything else?
That's a turn.
Thorkell, you are paralyzed. I don't think there's anything you can do about that. Oh, at the end of each of its turn, a target can make another wisdom saving throw. So make a wisdom saving throw, Thorkell.
9.
You are still paralyzed.
Whoa.
The Choldrith that is holding you is going to try and take another swing at Thaddeus with its spiritual weapon.
I'm going to do the thing that I can avoid, that I forget the name. Shield. And that-
Shield?
Yep.
That adds 5 AC?
Yep.
So what's your AC now?
So 17.
It misses.
Oh wait, I only do
Don't
that
you
if it
get,
hits.
Yeah, you get to see the result.
So yeah, I'll just say I'll do that for the next time it hits me.
It recharges its web, and it's going to try and web somebody. It is going to try and web Klaus. It misses.
Who was
Let's
it
get us on
webbing?
back.
Me, Klaus.
Alright, and now to Huo Jing.
Okay. So I have a question. When you're restrained, you normally have disadvantage on attacks. Does that include attacks against webbing if you're webbed?
Yes.
I still think it's my. What DC was it?
DC 11 strength check.
I think it's probably better to just try the strength check, so I'll try the strength check. There we go. I'm unwebbed.
Yep. Congratulations. That took an action, though.
Did. So I don't get to attack. I can move and do something with a bonus action if I would like.
It may be good to hold on to your key points.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill.
Okay.
Try to get behind cover here, essentially. Break line of sight with the people that are shooting webs. And
Kaiteen's turn. It is incapacitated from hypnotic pattern. How long does that last, by the way?
1 minute.
And do they make wisdom saving throws at the end of each turn?
Okay.
What? Is incapacitated.
They have to be shaken awake or take damage.
Oh, okay, I see. Gotcha. That's how they get out of it. Alright. Thaddeus, it is your turn.
Can I try to attack Thond in order to reduce his webbing? Like, it says it can be attacked.
Yeah, you can attack the webbing.
How does that work without shooting Thond? Is that, like, just a guarantee, or...?
Just say you attack the web.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm gonna do.
Attack
I'm
the
gonna
web
fire the web because it has vulnerability to fire. So,
That is a thing.
man, I wish I sent that at the...
Oh shit, yeah.
Fine.
Well, Tond, your webbing is gone. The web's gone. Congratulations. None of you are restrained.
Huzzah! Thank you.
Alright. Thaddeus,
Alright,
anything
it's
else you
my
want to do?
Yep, that's my turn, go.
Choldrith. It is going to make an attack on you, Thaddeus, with its spiritual
Alright,
weapon.
as before, I'll shield if it hits me.
It misses. And let's see. Then what else? It is going to go up to Klaus and try and attack it with its dagger. Take this, jerk. And it hits for. Wait, what the fuck? That's a lot of poison. That's a lot of damage.
Almost max poison damage.
That's almost max poison damage. Holy shit. Yeah, so that's 23. Wow. Didn't expect that. That is literally almost the max damage you can get with that attack.
Klaus, are you up?
Klaus is down?
And I'll come back with 1 hit point from Relentless Endurance.
I missed the part where it had additional poison damage. Alright. So anyway, Tond, it is your turn. You're free. You're unrestrained.
Alright. Well, I'm going to try and save Klaus. And I will use my alchemical acid on the creature to his top right.
Okay.
Yep, that one.
Go for it. Okay, so there it is. Pretty good damage. Let's see what happens. Dex saving, and
God damn it.
It takes a little bit of a spidey sidestep, and steps out of the way of your alchemical acid, unfortunately. Klaus, you took a bit of a beating from this guy's dagger, but you stand up. You want to kick its ass now, more than ever.
I'll clad my left hand in necromantic energy and go for it.
Kaboom. That's a
Which
miss.
misses.
Is that
And that's
both of your?
That's my turn.
That's both of your spells for the day or something?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Well, for a short rest.
Yeah, short rest. All right, Thorkal, give me a wisdom saving throw. Let's see if you get unparalyzed.
Come on, please.
You are
Woof.
unparalyzed.
Cool. No. 15.
I think that.
Could I attack that one from? Could I attack this one from the spot here?
Actually, you make the wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn. So
Oh, okay. Can't do anything.
now you're
Okay.
you're prepped for next round up, but
Okay.
you're not able to do anything, unfortunately. I wish you could. You know what?
That's okay.
Fuck it. You can take you got a crit. Do your shit. All right. You snap out of
Okay.
it, and you're like, I'm pissed. So go ahead and
I'm
take
so
a
mad.
magic bolt.
I'm
Thorkal
covered.
bolt.
Yeah, I'm gonna come and hit this one here.
Did
But
your
no
rage? Your rage must have worn off, right?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to use a second one yet, so.
Yeah, it's automatically gonna
Nope.
hit since he's incapacitated, and you
Yep.
destroy him. You killed his ass. All right. Anything more?
Nope.
Got it.
Slime confused.
This Choldrith, he's got. Let's see. He's going to bonus action move his hammer to attack Tond. Is a 16 going to hit?
Yes.
It deals 4 force damage. And now that I know that there's a shit ton of poison damage on this, I'm gonna attack Thorkal. $15? I think that just makes it without your shield on.
Yeah, it does.
Oh boy, okay. It's a lot less than what it hit Klaus for. 15.
Yeah, there's 2 1s in that one.
15.
Cool. 41.
Alright, Huo Jing, followed by Thaddeus eventually.
I'm gonna come
Actually, no.
forward.
Yeah, followed by Thaddeus. That guy's dead.
These don't get opportunity attacks, so I'm just gonna put some distance on. And then I'm going to throw some orbs.
Pew pew.
And I'll go for the one that. Can I attack the far one without disadvantage?
It would be.
Just seems like there's some stuff in the way.
There's the fungus guy and then this guy as well. So.
I'll help. I just won't go that far actually. I'll still try to.
Okay.
And throw.
What's the watch on your character, Klaus? For...
Concentration on the vampiric touch.
Oh, okay, got it. Both of those hits. And just to show you where that health bar is at.
Yeah.
Looks like it's dying.
And I think I will be content with that.
Thaddeus!
I'll do the rest of the move that I was going to do then. after
Okay.
that. No.
Got it. Thaddeus, you are up.
I finish this guy up with magic missile.
Pew pew. 2, 5, 7, 10.
That wasn't as good a roll as I was hoping. That's it.
Okay. Choldrith, this one. It is... Now, the spiritual weapon is not concentration. So this
No, it
Choldrith...
lasts just the last 10 minutes.
Got it, okay. He's gonna try and... I mean, it just would make sense, so he's gonna try and attack you again, Klaus, with his dagger. 18?
Hit. I'm down. I have 1 hit point.
Wow, again, it did almost next him. So...
Doesn't like you.
That's a lot. Whatever it is. Klaus is now down. And bonus action is gonna try and hit Thaddeus with the spiritual weapon.
Okay, same deal on the reflex.
Nope.
Okay.
Tond. One of your guys is down.
I'm going to move up to Klaus.
Pop a crayon in his mouth.
I haven't created the crayons yet, but I'm gonna cast Cure Wound.
Klaus, you are up with 7 hit points. Right on. Anything else?
Bonus action, I will cast Shield of Faith on Klaus. Here, I'll click on it.
+2 bonus AC for the duration. Got it. Okay, thank you. On to Klaus. You are up. You got +2 AC. This jerk is
I
in
would like
front of you.
to stand up and attack the spider.
Vampiric Tush? Oh, no, wait, that
No,
went away.
I want to conscious. It's gone.
Damn, okay. That is enough to kill it.
And I'll move up there.
You slice that spider in half. Cool, good job. And now on to Thorkell. You have advantage, thanks to
Can
Klaus's
I attack
reposition.
again?
Do you get to attack again? Do you have extra attack as a warlock?
Yeah, I pick up the.
The what? Oh, that's right, the thing.
Yeah.
Thirsting Blade. Okay, yeah.
Had
go
to
for
pick
it.
up an invocation for it, but
Yep. There you go. 11.
that's my turn.
Thorkell, you have advantage on
Hey.
your attack against this guy.
Now I can attack. 1, 2, 24 damage.
Pretty good.
And my turn.
Hey. And it has Ancestral Guardians on it now?
No, because I wasn't raging.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, it's going to try and attack you anyway. And it's going to miss.
Yep.
Thankfully. And with that, let's see. It's going to move its spiritual weapon to try and hit you. And miss. Huo Jing, it's your turn.
I'm going to throw bolts.
Pew pew, good job. Yep. That will kill it. That is all, gentlemen. Definitely need a victory theme for that. You
Damn.
destroy.
Well, shouldn't have used my shield of faith, but oh well. You'll have it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, fucking spiders.
And back to Witchwood.
I'm gonna give Klaus and myself a healing draught.
Okay.
So this one's for Klaus. This one's for me.
That's pretty good. Okay, Klaus, you get back 11 hit points.
Yep.
If you would so take it from this guy who tells
As
you
long as it's not a crayon.
it's not a crayon.
No, it's just a potion. I haven't made the crayons yet.
Okay, so when you do this, Gonzo and Vivi, they're looking at their companions here who have been devoured by the spider people. I don't know what the hell to call these guys. Choldriths. And they say, "Oh, damn it. That's Benny. He owed me money." And then she just starts going through his pockets. Actually, aha, yep, there it is. All right, cool. That's paid. Rest in peace, Benny. Anywho, we really appreciate you guys taking care of everything in our way. And so, if
How much
you help,
do you appreciate it?
I was getting to that. If you would so accept it, we would like to. Well, my husband here, Gonzo, he works on the. He works on the Nova Dolino, working for Captain Rudy, and I'm sure he'd be pleased to introduce you to him if you would like. You do need to make some friends while you're down here, and Captain Rudy is a pretty good contact to make. So we could introduce you to Captain Rudy and also pay you a few casino chips if you'd like. There's a fantastic casino down there.
Do you know if any of these mushrooms are edible?
They work on Durlugs. I'm not sure if they work on you guys.
The scriptures of my people say that a mushroom uneaten is a journey untaken.
Do you want to be the test subject, Huo Jing?
I'm sure.
I can take a look at it.
I will let him look at it first, though.
Let me see it.
Just a second, I need to pull this up because I do got.
For the record of the people who did not get to play in one of the earlier sessions with me, is that character trait of Huo Jing is that she often misquotes her scriptures.
Oh.
Could I also use Coke's utensils to try and see if any of these would be edible by like smell, maybe a slight taste?
Sure. Let's do a check. So give me. They're not magical. You can tell.
Okay.
Give me a nature check for the one that Huo Jing's about to eat. And Huo Jing, you
Don't
are
need-
able to tell what it is. This is one called a Trathua. And I have a handout for it. And the
You cut out when you were
photos.
telling me what it was.
It's called Trathua.
Okay.
And I have a handout for it that I will... Actually, that's a root.
Is it under?
Trathua's a root. Might be better to get you a blue cap. Maybe a blue cap. Yeah, that makes sense. Just a second. Let me make sure this is in all your journals. And there's a blue cap. So it's a pretty common mushroom that you would find in caves and probably the Underdark. The fungus is inedible, but the spores can be made into flour, and it grows with or without natural light. So if you try and eat this, then if you still try to eat it, then I would need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I'll point out the spores and explain that, that can be used to make something that's actually pretty tasty. Mushroom bread.
Where do these spores grow from? Like underneath the
Underneath
cap?
the cap,
Or-
yeah.
And I'll, and like the spores themselves, though, would just be like fucking the rawest flour imaginable, right? Or,
Probably.
yeah, so like I'll take a bit of that and eat that.
Alright.
Okay.
If we have some time, if we'll ever take a rest out here, I'll try and gather some. Maybe make some blue bread.
Sure. And by a bit, I mean like a pinch. But yeah.
Okay, so do you guys want to take a short rest?
I like it.
Sounds advisable.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. Let me see. I need to do something before we can
What's
confirm.
that thing up in the corner? The little
Which
crab
one?
people.
Those are
They're
crabs. Those are crabs. They're hanging
Ah.
around a little pool right there with a giant blue mushroom right in the center there. And let me see. Just a second. You stay where you were. Stay where you were before you do anything. It just does it? It just does it, huh? Interesting. Oh, got it. Okay. Klaus, a filament latches onto you from afar, and
What?
I need you guys to all roll initiative again.
Cool.
God damn it.
Because my first reaction would have been just
Boom!
wipe at it.
Goddamn.
Filament latches onto me.
Yeah, it is a filament. It's an adhesive filament that has latched onto you.
Like a
And
thread.
Yeah, it's like a thread, and it's grappling you right now.
From what? Oh, I see. Where? It can see me through the mushroom.
The mushroom is really tall that
Oh,
it's standing
okay.
on top of. It's 40 feet up, and so we'll see what happens. But anyway, Huo Jing, it is your turn. You see a cave fisher that has sent out a filament that is attached to Klaus now, and it probably intends to reel him in.
So 40 feet up means that I can't ever actually make a ranged attack from the. So how high are these mushrooms?
Those
And-
boys are about. It's about 10 feet up.
Okay. Still wouldn't be enough. So I'd have to actually get on top of the mushroom, which looks like what I'm gonna. So first, I can use my regular movement to go here. And
I guess I would
Who's
need
the-
to get into the giant crabs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking ignore them though and use my action to dash and start climbing up the.
So
Would
you
you like me to-
start climbing up. Do you have... So you would be going at half speed, and so you'd be about halfway up.
Yep.
Alright. With that, the cave fisher is going to... Let's see. He's going to do a filament. You need to make a strength saving throw, Klaus.
It.
You are reeled right next to it. And
Yeah, I only weigh 90 kg.
let's see. And then it makes a claw attack against you as a bonus action.
Really?
13. A 13.
Miss.
Okay, and that's its turn. Tand, you saw your companion just get reeled away, just like whoosh, so far
God
away.
damn it! I'm not fast enough to help.
Klaus is on top of a 40-foot mushroom.
Is there much room up there?
Get it.
But
You hear a groan.
Huo Jing, take inspiration. You've been good this far.
time for the alchemical acid. You're gonna melt, bastard.
What's the range on that? 30 feet? It's not gonna... It's too far away.
The mushroom itself is 40 feet.
It's 40 feet tall up the mushroom.
Oh, he's... Damn. Alright, well then I will shoot him with my light crossbow.
Okay.
Oops.
First one, yeah. That'll hit. First one will hit. 6 piercing
I don't know
damage.
why, but I clicked on it, and when I released it, it also did a thing.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay, well that hits. Anything else?
Nope. That'll do.
I'm not putting on encounter music because it's kind of trivial, but still he was there and it was what he would do. Thorkall, it's your turn. Anything you're able
Okay.
to do?
Can I try and run over and climb the mushroom?
Like Huo Jing is doing?
Yeah, let's climb up it.
So that was 25, and then you go into the water, so that's like an extra 10. And so you would be able to get up about 10 feet on the mushroom so far.
Yes.
Alright, now it is this giant enemy crab.
Oh, okay, they're enemies. Okay, I didn't realize they were enemies.
He's going to try and claw at Tand and miss terribly. Klaus, you are restrained by this cave fisher's filament. You can try and break the filament, but if your weapon attack fails, then your weapon gets stuck to the filament itself.
What if the weapon's on fire?
Then let's see. The filament
it have a-
does not have any vulnerability to fire. It can be attacked.
Okay, I'll attack it.
You attack the filament. Okay.
Which,
That is going to miss.
and I'll... Fuck it. I'll curse the spider, or whatever that is.
The
That's
cave
for sure.
fisher. Alright. Giant crab, number 2. What is his reach? It's just 5 feet. It's not going to be able to reach you guys. It's going to try and get Tond again. And a 19. 5 bludgeoning damage onto Tond, and you are grappled.
What if we die today?
That would suck. Alright, Thaddeus.
No,
Thaddeus
it's
is
my
up.
turn. I'm at the end of the initiative order. As far as
Am
I
I
can
getting
tell, no
attacked
one's
by
done
a
any damage.
crab?
Giant
Yeah.
enemy crab. You gotta attack the weak point for massive damage. Guys, remember that meme?
If I don't play it. Fucking.
Alright, I'm gonna do magic missile again at these smurfs. Start with the ones at taunt.
Magic missile. Okay. Oof.
Knock
You wanna
these
put
little
it all on-
bastards off me!
Yeah, well, I don't know how much. I guess I'll do 2 on one and 1 on the other, because I don't know how much damage they are. I'll take.
Only one's actually on me right now.
There's 2 of them on you.
The one didn't hit.
One is grappling. One didn't hit, but still it's in your area and would opportunity attack if you tried to flee. Anything else?
Plus,
guys?
none of them have ADP bars, but the fact but we also haven't seen. We also.
Oh,
but
I'm
it's
sorry.
not-
Yeah, let me get that shown for you guys.
Yeah.
There we go. You know what,
Cool.
this is going on long enough. I'm putting on some encounter music. Ambush. Or do you want some anime music? You want to just do that anime music from last time? Why not?
Keys, fall in love.
We're doing the anime music.
Close enough.
Alright, Thaddeus, anything else?
I haven't rolled my damage. No, I have rolled my damage. I had 2 on one, 1 on the other. I
Yep.
assume that you have you done that damage already? You
Yep.
have. Yeah,
Yep.
that's it then.
Okay. Huo Jing, you're about halfway up a mushroom.
Alright, I'm gonna use my regular movement to get up the mushroom.
Maybe move a couple spaces actually to get close.
And then I'm gonna use some casual striking.
Kaboom. The first one, or the second one hits. Okay,
And I'm gonna spend another key point. And
probably
strike it
gonna
more.
take a short rest, so why not? The second one hits. Let's see. Still not halfway. Alright, anything else?
That's all I can do.
Got it. Okay, the cave fisher with Klaus in its grasp is going to take 2 claw attacks against him. And he's grappled, but he's not restrained, and so it's still normal. The 20 is going to hit and deal 10 slashing damage. Still up. Okay,
Yep.
Tand, it is on to you.
Die, you little fuckers.
Goddamn crabs.
It's like the 60s all over again.
I want. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good.
It's canon.
It's canon. Alright, yep, give me a roll. Both of them pass.
Wow.
Bitches.
Jesus.
That's just impressive.
Nimble.
They're little nimble crabos.
I didn't think giant crabs could dodge shit, but what the fuck do I know?
Yeah. Any bonus action?
I'm gonna use my last spell slot to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Use Shield of Faith. Thorkal, it is your turn. You're about 10 feet up the mushroom. If you continue climbing with your 25 feet, I'll round up and say that you get about 15 feet up more, so about 35 feet. But if you dash, you would be able to get to the top of the mushroom.
Okay, need to finish off scope for kills close. Hip health bar, right? Yeah, started, so I'll just dash and get to the top.
You're at the
I've
top
already
of the
started,
mushroom. It's a party up here.
I can't, and I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Giant Crab 1, attacking Tan. 5 is gonna miss. Klaus, you are still grappled by this guy's filament.
Fuck it, I'll just attack the guy. I can attack the guy, right?
You can
He's
attack
within
him. Yep.
5.
Pretty good. Both of those will hit.
And will be my turn.
So when you slash into him, parts of his carapace start to reveal its. Let's see. Yeah, the blood of the fisher is now completely visible. It's totally bloodied, and yeah, that's just a thing. I don't know. I'm supposed to point that out. Okay, you hit him. You do a lot of fucking damage. He's basically almost dead, but he still has you grappled. Giant crab number 2. 13. I don't think a 13 hits. No, you have 15 AC. Okay, Thaddeus.
Another 5 below crab.
Firebolt.
Why not?
That is just enough to hit him, and you killed a giant
Yes.
crab.
Alright, that's my turn.
Excellent. Huo Jing, followed by the cave fisher.
I'd like to say that's hopeful, but
Yeah,
I
you got
attack.
him. You kill him.
I think he's dead.
all right. And then I'd like to jump off the mushroom.
And you do it with fashion and style, like, and you take no damage because of your slow fall.
I would take half damage. Oh, 5 times your monk level. Yeah, no. Oh, I forgot how stupid that is. Yeah, I just jump off. It's fine. And then throw another. On the way down, I'd like to throw another bolt towards the crab.
5
And
times your
for-
monk level, so you're 25 feet of safe
For
falling.
25 points of damage,
Oh,
I'm safe from falling.
oh,
So
got it. Okay,
Take no damage.
okay.
I regain
And
8 hit.
You gain
Good.
8 HP.
Yeah,
Good
because I
measure. I'm
closed the
just gonna
target,
throw him.
and he died.
Okay, so you attack the guy.
Spent a
The
key.
second one hits. Okay. Oh, by the way, Tand, you are no longer grappled since that one guy died. Cave Fisher's dead.
Boop.
Tand, you are no longer grappled. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Matt,
I'm gonna melt this fucking crab.
If that hits, then yeah, you'll kill him.
don't melt him.
You killed
Kill
him.
the crab meat.
You melted the crabs. Pretty
I
slick.
do it super nonchalant though, like I just take the bottle and I just pour it on it.
Just like you're
And
seasoning
we-
the crab for
Yep.
some acidic
I'm
cuisine.
pre-cooking.
All right, well that's actually it. You guys win the encounter. Congratulations, Thorkel and Klaus. You guys are on top of a 40-foot tall mushroom. That's pretty tall. So you guys are gonna need to take your time getting down, and I'll just say roll an athletics check to see if you totally.
Can I
Beat
just
it.
use a dagger as a something to like stick into the mushroom and help me
Sure.
climb down?
Sure. I would say that's a pretty slick move, and do either athletics or acrobatics. Thorkel, you get down just fine.
Acrobatics. Is that it?
Do you guys want to take a short rest at this time? I do want to give you guys a break.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
investigate
let's take a
the
short
body too.
Yep.
Yep, you get down. Both of you guys are fine. I would say stay around this area. Just meta.
I want to see how much of crab meat I can get. So legs and claws.
So one of the crabs is totally screwed up, is totally acidic, is burnt, just beyond recovery of meat. And one, you can definitely salvage some crab meat from it. But
Okay.
give me a cooking tools dexterity check.
That's a 12.
Cooking utensils. Sure, you get enough to make crab cakes for everyone for one meal.
Woohoo! I'm looking forward to a world famous crab cakes, Klaus.
Just a second,
Sure.
Let me get this stuff back up. And
If we have to sleep here, I can whip something up.
So I'll let you guys take a short rest. You fought off the only thing that was going to disturb your rest right now. But also just to tell you about the area, there's a cliff right here. A cliff right here that is 40 feet tall, and you see just a series of wooden planks that seem to be leading up to it. That is more of what you see. But sure, we'll take a break now, and it'll be 10 minutes, and so just come back at top of the hour, and we'll go from there.
Doing well on the hit dice.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Not sure if anyone is missing or not, but I am actually going to have to head out. My wife did just got home and she reminded me of some errands. So, that in mind, I'm looking forward to playing with you guys in the future.
Yeah, it was great that you were able to join us today.
Have a good rest of your evening.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh,
I'll take over from here. It's kind of, it won't be that much, and you'll still have plenty of opportunity to roleplay next time. Mm-hmm. Okay, who's back?
Hello.
I'm back.
Is that everyone? I think so. Did I hear Silas? Silas, you there? Probably not. Oh, good. A ready check?
is that a thing?
That'd be nice. I mean, like, I know what you're saying. I understand it, but in Roll20, I don't think that exists. Could just make a macro.
Elamar's gone.
Yeah, he said he needed to go.
Oh.
So I'm going to be taking over Huo Jing for the rest of this session. Checking in on Silas again.
Doesn't look like he's back.
How far out could you see right now? God damn, your sight is so long.
Landon, have you watched any more of Colville's game?
No, I have not. I just saw the first episode and I got bored of it, and that was it.
Yeah, so same as me. I don't know. I think I might marathon it tomorrow. See if we
Really?
can.
Yo.
Hey, welcome back. Okay, that's everyone then.
Yep.
So you guys all take a short rest, and you are rejuvenated to an extent.
Chow down some rations.
Yep. You guys are all ready to travel again if you so wish. There's a few ways you could do it. There seems to be a cliff here that's 40 feet tall, and there seems to be stairs that lead up to a way where you could get started walking on these planks that steadily work their ways up to this cliff. So it's up to you how you guys would like
Gonzo.
to proceed.
Any recommended paths?
Whenever we came through here, we always just traveled on the boards. That's what they were there for. Though the torches were usually lit. I'm not really sure why this is all. Why none of them are lit right now. That usually helps keep some of the beasties away.
Right. Is there a ladder up or anything of the sort?
No, we just we just always walk across the boards.
But it's 40 foot up, so how? I'm asking just like, if it's 40 foot up, is there a ladder against the wall or anything to climb up?
No, there's no ladder against the wall.
I would like to take out my crafting.
Over here.
Tan says he spotted something.
I'm gonna come over to Tom.
So, Tan, do you see the corpse of a Durlug? A jolly old fat fellow. And you see what appears to be a trail of blood leading up the stairs. Klaus, you are
Grappling hook and
you-
try to climb up the 40 foot.
okay. Sure. You toss your grappling hook up and give me a strength check.
That's an 9.
You throw it up there. You're not able to get it up the entire way, and you're not able to hook it onto something reliable.
Look up to Klaus. Look up to Klaus. Go. Give me a try. I've got a bit of throwing in me.
There you go. Just spin it around a few times and toss it up there.
All right.
Klaus probably just spun it, and just let go straight at the wall.
Okay. And I'll try. Wait, what? Critical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You throw the grappling hook up there. It gets to the top, and you see it kind of latch onto something. You give it a few tugs, and it seems to stay in place. So if you wanted to try climbing up, you could give that a shot.
I'm curious about the trail of blood, so that is gonna investigate that.
Okay. Vivi and Gonzo, they're not really up to climbing a rope, so they're just gonna travel across the boards like they always do. Thaddeus, you see a trail of blood going up stairs. And as you go up the stairs more, it reveals a sort of a plateau. Tom,
Uh-huh.
are you doing anything?
Do I see anything over here in this corner?
No. There's nothing there. So, Thaddeus, you see kind of near the top of it the makings of a. Come on, dumb thing. It looks like a settlement. It looks like just a house. Kind of like a house. And you see the more of it, and so the closer you get to it, I'm gonna move Huo Jing a little closer there. You get to about here.
Do I see any signs of life?
Oh yeah. I need everyone to roll initiative.
God damn it.
Did we manage to climb up, or have we gotten just as far as tossing up the grappling?
Yeah, in doing synchronous movements, Thaddeus getting to the top of there is what would have happened the same time you guys have clasped onto the rock up there. So still needing everyone to roll initiative. Because Thaddeus, you see emerging from the house 2 monster-like creatures which were rummaging about. And one of them comes into view.
Holy shit.
Rip Thaddeus.
Oh shit.
This is rolled a 1.
Oh, and we're on this side.
Might be more okay than he thought.
Yeah.
One and 3. You're
Yeah.
lucky.
Okay. And Huo Jing, I need to get her too.
How did they fit in through that small door?
Oh, where there's a will, there's a way. They can make it. They can make it fit somehow.
Are they shiny? They've been looped up,
Shiny? What?
like a slight shimmer if there's light on them. You know, they're oiled up, sliding through the small opening.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. They squeeze through, and so they're gonna have a little bit of trouble getting out. And so you see them like twist into the side as they try and emerge. But it looks like they were ransacking the place. They may have killed that Duergar and went through his house, you assume. So
Oof.
let's start combat then. Do I have any spooky combat music? I got Breath of Fire boss, Orc battle. We did Orc battle before. Not forest battle. We'll do giant battle.
They are pretty large.
Cool. All right, starting with Huo Jing. She is going to shoot beams of Dragon Ball Z energy at this hook horror that is starting to make its way out of the house. I need to change her to be toggle advantage. And while she's at it, why not just use key points to do some more? Because, damn it. Okay, so all but the last one. $18 plus 7's 25. Oh, I need to turn on the health bars for you guys. Okay, should be good, and that is what she does. Tand, it is your turn.
Let's get these weird birds. I'm hungry.
These weird birds. You would not be able to make a shot from there.
No, I'm just figuring out my movement. I can't remember which square I had moved to. I think it was this one.
So it's that would be hitting the roof. So if you're wanting to kind of like attack the entryway, you could do it sort of that way, and you'd be able to hit one of them. But if you did it right here, that wouldn't hit the guy on the inside. That would just hit the roof.
Alright, I'll throw it in the entryway and see if I can light it on fire and that fucker.
Okay. He fails, so roll damage. Pretty good.
Do we know that there's two of them in?
We'll just say yeah. You heard two sets of footsteps, two different cacaws. All right, you deal 11 fire damage. Anything else? Or is that your turn? Silas.
What's up?
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, going on to Thaddeus, followed by Klaus. What do you do,
All right.
Thaddeus?
I am. Excuse me. I'm gonna cast Shatter.
On the
And,
house?
Yep,
Just shatter the whole house. Okay.
that's right. Average.
One save.
One makes it, the other one doesn't.
Okay. Klaus.
Actually, just like I'm gonna do a cantrip and burn a couple sorcery points.
Okay.
Quick and spell.
Sure. You would not be in range to, you would need to you need to move a little bit.
Yeah, I can move. I'll move there and move. So I guess I'd be like here, I guess. And do a cantrip 5.
Yeah, more or less. That is going to miss.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Klaus, it is your turn. You
I would
hear
like
a
to
bunch
climb
of
the rope.
a familiar
Oh.
blasting from the north.
We hear that?
Yeah. Coming from the north where your companions went.
Well, since the rope's secured, yeah, there. I'll just dash there. Behind
Vivi.
Vivi.
Okay, and Thorkel, you're gonna follow suit doing that?
Yep, but I can't move as fast, so.
Okay.
Don't
So
be late.
this hook horror goes first. He's gonna move through his buddy. What is their movement? Why didn't it write it down? Okay, just 30.
Did I light the entryway on fire at all?
It's alchemical magical fire, and so it just kind of dissipates after a little bit.
It's like a flash
Awesome.
fire.
Right. He gets about that far, and that's it. He gets that far, and that's it. Huo Jing's turn. She is going to back up and attack the weaker one. Damage. Okay. And now going on to Tond, followed by Thaddeus.
I'm gonna throw some acid at that one in front of me.
Go for it. It actually succeeds. Got a 17.
Fuck that!
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that'll do it.
Thaddeus, followed by Klaus.
I am running a little low on spell slots. I'm just gonna do 5 volt shots now. On the one closest to me, and then I'll back up.
You got it. That's a hit.
Damage.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll my damage if that's okay.
Go for it.
With my thingy. So that's a 2d10 that reroll. Wow.
It says you have to take that, right?
Yep. I'm impressed that I got such 2 bad rolls out of 20
Yeah.
in a row, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll do that and then I'll back off a bit as well.
Okay, Klaus, your turn again.
And I thought I rolled bad.
Yeah, I know. I rolled bad twice.
Can I see
was
their
it?
head peeking out?
You can see its head peeking out, but it would have a little bit of cover, so +2 AC.
Okay. I'll take shots with up first.
Both are gonna hit.
At the first one.
It's on death's door. Thorkel, your turn.
I'm gonna dash to here, and then my turn.
Got it. Hook horror. He is going to go right here and attack Huo Jing.
Shit, they help reach.
Both are going to hit. Shit, that did 24 damage to Huo Jing.
Damn. Huo Jing! No!
We can't kill Huo Jing's character while he's not playing.
Sure we can.
Oh, thank God. Okay, both of those miss. Alright, Huo Jing is getting the hell out of there.
She better disengage.
Does she need... Oh, yeah, because of their range. Okay.
Yeah.
She would disengage with that. And...
I can't remember, but look at Step Over the Wind.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know
is.
if
That
that
is.
gives you
So
bonus
key
engage.
points. Yep. And so she's going to key points to step away, and then blast him with DBZ energy balls. Both are gonna miss. Not looking good. Tond, it is your turn.
Kill these fucking things.
Okay, let's see. First one fails, and that is going to kill it automatically. The second one is able to dodge out of the way.
I got one.
Good job. Thaddeus, followed by Klaus.
Excuse me, same deal. Firebolt on the guy.
That is a miss.
It is a miss. Rolling like crap. I'm done.
Klaus.
Question. Can I hold my action? I would move there, and I would like to hold my action until Torkal flanks, so then I would attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do that.
That's my turn.
Are you able to move through his space like that?
Five. That would
If
be
you're
like,
if you're gonna squeak along a cliff edge like that, I need a acrobatics check, or yeah, something for balance.
yeah. What am I using? Acrobatics?
Do you have 35 movement?
I have 30.
Okay, you're able to make it if you go that way.
Yeah, I'll go. I would. Cliff side. Yep.
Got it. All right, Thorkal. Looks like Klaus wants you to
no.
flank.
Where would I need to be to flank? Here?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'll rage, sure. I have plenty of them. And I'll attack the guy.
All right, everyone,
One.
unleash your attacks.
2. Oh, I didn't do my rage damage. Damn it, how much is rage? Rage is...
That's plus 4 total, right? 29. So 33.
Yes.
Klaus, that does hit, so 20.
Yes.
Fucking
So,
took
Double
him
team.
out pretty easily. Okay, now onto this hook horror. It's gonna make an attack on Thorkal, because it has to. 2 attacks, it will.
missed. Second one hits.
11 piercing, so it's gonna run down to 5.
Yep.
Huo Jing's gonna go in for the kill shot. Totally miss. Tand, think you can kill it?
I hope so. Use alchemical axe.
You kill it.
Melt into hell, you little bastard.
You totally kill it.
Those were scary chickens.
Scary chickens indeed. Alright.
I'm gonna kick dirt on it as I walk by. Can I
I'm gonna look in
investigate
the
their
house.
corpses?
Yeah, you can investigate their corpses.
I would like to help in case they're edible.
Sure. Okay. Well, on their corpses, you find they have these giant hooks for hands. You might be able to salvage those and sell them. Could make neat weapons somehow. Thaddeus, also give me your own investigation check while you go into the house.
Sure.
So, Thaddeus, you used shatter on the house, and you caused a bit of damage, and it's pretty dusty in there right now, so you're not able to find too much.
Yeah.
You find a basket that's been already broken into by these guys, and you discern that it may have held food. So these guys just might have been after food.
Makes sense.
Tond, do you think if we dismantle their house, do we make like a Guis arm, pole arm kind of weapon out of them? Like a hook bill?
I think that's possible, depending on what materials we have.
Yeah, Yurik might be able to whip something up.
Well, let's see if we can cut him off.
Okay, so if you guys are gonna work together on that, I just need one of you to give me a dexterity check with advantage.
I have up to Dix.
I have a +1.
Okay. That's an 18.
You do it. You're able to. Well, actually, we'll do it for each claw, or for each thing. So we'll say DC of 15 to get a clean cut off.
1.
Is 2, 3? Oh, okay.
3.
3
One
of 4.
failed.
That's still pretty good. So they seem to be in good condition still. So I mean, even selling it by itself, you might be able to make some money. But if you did want to fashion it into a weapon, then that would probably be worth a little bit more even.
3 hook horror claws? Hooks?
Yep. And so if you
is
did,
there
if
any
you-
way that I can examine the hook horror's ear canals for scientific knowledge?
What is your intention, I guess?
Just to understand their blind sight?
Oh, sure. I guess. Yeah. You can investigate their ears. Let's see if it has anything.
What check
about
do you want me to make?
That would be an investigation check.
Medicine?
So you're able to tell that they use echolocation to move around, and a lot of times what they do is they communicate by striking their hooks against their exoskeletons or the stone surfaces around them. And so what sounds to others like random clacking noises is actually a complex language that only hook horrors understand. And
Neat.
that carries for miles through the echoing Underdark. And so that's just kind of a little tidbit about them, is they're actually intelligent creatures that have created their own echolocation language.
Alright, gentlemen. If you hear any strange noises or clicking, be aware.
Yeah, it basically is kind of like a Morse code. So how do you guys proceed?
I'd like house.
Did Thaddeus demolish the building?
He used
Yeah.
shatter on it.
You're
I
a
was
pro,
more
sir.
worried about the creatures inside.
That's a fair point to be worried about.
Yep.
Alright, let's try to cross this bridge.
Anything of worth inside the house?
You would have to give me your own investigation check.
Wouldn't everything be inside be destroyed because,
So a 13, with a 13, you look under the beds and you see a small backpack, and in the backpack is a small, it's just a small clipping of a map of the Underdark area that you guys are in.
Useful. I'll
And
take it.
I can show that to you guys just a second.
Guys, I think I found a map of the area.
Oh, nice. Let me look at that.
I am map to Tond.
That is what you're able to find from the map. It's just a tiny little cut, and there's not much to it. The rest of the area around it seems to be kind of burned a little bit. Actually, yeah, let me reveal a little bit more.
Can I use an intelligence check to extrapolate any data that I might not have?
Oh, it's gonna be hard because it's in the Underdark and things work differently. So let's see. I would say roll straight intelligence, and it's gonna be kind of a high DC to try and reveal more, or trying to discern more. You got it. What the hell? Okay.
I'm a smart cookie.
You can tell there's probably more water going around this way, and definitely a path going this way with probably more fungus. More fungus there, you're not sure where it ends. This looks like it has a river going out from it.
We must be pretty deep if we're under the ocean.
It's you kind of are under the ocean, and so it's what's a little bit weird, and I'll say that Tand was able to discern this with his intelligence check, is that these let me get it. These funguses and stuff. You know that Orlunei is right there. That's where you came down. And so
Yep.
these lines of these fungus forests, Tand is actually able to discern that actually matches up to where the rivers are above you guys. And sure enough, you do see a
Interesting.
bunch of the ceiling above you, the large ceiling above you. You see little drippings of water that are falling into where these fungal forests are, and so that's how the fungus is able to grow, is it's kind of being fed by the drippings of the river above it. And that's what's also causing this area to be rather God, what's
Lush.
the word? It's like a basement. It's damp, dank, and moist. Yeah, so that's more of what you're able to tell
You
about
said
it. Yeah, it's moist down here. So anyway, that is
Crazy.
more of the map that gets revealed to you. And if you hand it over to, you ask, maybe Gonzo and Vivi could tell you a little bit more about it, possibly, since they live here.
Hey, you little green pimples. What else do you know?
Oh, you're one to call us a pimple. You're smaller than us. But anyway, yeah, this is just a little piece of it. There's a whole lot more. There's a giant lake to the left, to the west of it. There's some more. You don't see Solon. Solon's right above here. Solon's. Let me get back on the map. Solon is right above that path right there. Those are just Durlug settlements that some of the unaffiliateds are from. But then you just got this big old lake, and there's Hessima right over there. Just nobody goes to Hessima. You want to stay away from Hessima.
Why would I want to stay away from Hessima?
What's in there?
Well, it used to be Durlugs, but then let's just say you know how we were fighting those spider-like creatures? Maybe not we were. I got a nice shiv on it. But there's bigger ones
You
there.
tried.
There's bigger ones there. Let's just say that if those creatures came here, they probably originally came from Hessima. There's a lot more of them, and bigger and smarter, and I don't know how to describe them. They have like a cult there. So we just kind of let them stick to themselves, and that's about it.
So, stay away, because a hive of spider up there.
I don't know how you could allow such evil to live.
Well, it allows us to live. They're just looking for a snack, and, well, they keep the bugs out a little bit, so we all play we all play a role down here in the Underdark.
Interesting.
I guess I can understand that.
Oh, and, oh, by the way, this big lake up here is called the Salty Glades. It's actually rather interesting how they get it, how it, gets the water. Is I'm sure you know right where Gerie is. Gerie's right at the end of right here.
Yep.
It's around right there. And so, I mean, what's beyond that? That is just the ocean. That's where the Acolian border is. And right next to it is Wiser Roost. You don't go to Wiser Roost. But yeah, that's kind of how it works down here. And so
What's
the rivers.
In Wiser Roost?
That's where the dragons are.
I thought so.
So that's the way that it
Dragons
works
are
around
worse.
here. The Acolian border, it's got rivers that are pouring down from it. It's actually taking ocean water from the overworld and it's turning it into salty rivers in the Underdark. And so that's why this big lake here it's not a fresh water, it's salt water. The rivers are salt water too. It's really quite interesting, but yeah, I'm not too much of a scientist. It's just something that I knew back when I was studying. We don't study anymore, do we, Gonzo?
Well, how about we try and Lemon talk to the...
You're cutting out what?
We should keep moving towards Mendes and talk to... Forgot the guy's name, starts with P.
Mr. Perry.
Mr. Perry.
Okay.
About keeping out of...
You got it. Alright. You guys start heading across the bridges, the planks, and they seem pretty sturdy.
Thank you, green people.
Yeah, you see, we're not so dumb. We have some technology is pretty advanced, but I don't know if it'll work up in the overworld. I don't know how
Yes,
it works
this
anymore.
bridge is super advanced.
Oh, yeah. Not talking about the bridge. Some dumbass made this bridge. I don't like him.
What kind of
Gonzo
technology?
make the bridge?
Yeah, we'll say Gonzo made the bridge. So, as you guys kind of are, we'll say that you guys are sticking close together. You're not really making that much of a
yeah.
gap.
I'd also like to make to light up the gonzas or torches. Assuming these things.
Yeah, okay, I will replace them. But it takes a little bit, but we'll say that they are lit. As you start to approach the end of the bridge, you hear yelling coming from the summit up here.
I'd also like to pick up my grappling.
You pick up your grappling hook.
Ooh.
Let me scroll down a little bit. You pick up your grappling hook, and Klaus, you take a step forward, and you see a Durlug that is yelling at a bunch of trolls, telling them to get the hell out of here. Get out of here! You don't belong here! Take another step, I'll light you on fire, you dumbasses! And the trolls, they just seem to be just hanging back. But they looked like they wanted to kind of ransack his house. But they don't notice you right now, is kind of what it is. They're totally distracted by this Durlug.
Does it look like the trolls are gonna head back, or are they kind of not doing anything?
It's a standstill right now. So what do you guys want to do? If they start turning back, then they're gonna see you, and
I'm gonna throw alchemical fire at it.
I'm gonna
All right.
walk towards the Durlug and say, "Hey there, Pete. Long time no see. I've come for a visit."
So, hold on. Time. I need to hold time, because I'm the GM. So you guys see Tand reach into his magical satchel and pull out some alchemical fire. Before he does that, does anyone stop him?
I would like to stop.
Okay, Klaus tries to stop you from throwing your alchemical fire. Looks like he might want to do something himself. That
Maybe we can pretend we're the guy's friend. Trolls, fuck off.
Fine.
Unless you really want to fight 2 trolls.
We can see.
So, you approach and you say your whole spiel with Pete?
Yeah, like, hey Pete, we're come for a visit. Everything fine with these trolls? I give him like a slight wink.
Let's see if he's smart enough to catch on.
Good old buddy old pal.
He catches on. So, he said,
It's me, Klaus. Your buddy.
"Oh, yeah, Klaus. You get uglier each time I see you. Yeah, well, we got these 2 guys who are trying to barge their way in here. They're causing a lot of trouble. I told them I'd kick the shit out of them, but now we could have your help kicking the shit out of them, too."
So, gentlemen, what's it gonna be?
So the 2 trolls, they look at each other, and let's see.
I hear trolls like fire.
Really? And I would like to cast like black
So-
flame just envelops my longsword.
So one of the... Oh, you guys are all doing it, so I'll give them disadvantage. So they seem to be... Actually, Klaus, I need you to roll roll intimidation.
18.
It works. So they see you put fire on your sword and all that, and all this fire's around them, and so they just kind of skedaddle. You've avoided a fight.
Get out of here, you ugly fucking man.
So anyway, my name's not Pete.
I know. Just
Hey, Pete.
Alright, you're gonna need to cut that shit out. Alright, what the hell are you guys doing down here? Why are all these monsters down here? You have anything to do with this?
no. We've come to talk with Mr. Perry about him leaving us the fuck alone.
Oh,
So we got the key to the bathroom.
I see. You're from Orlunei then.
Yep, we're the new owners.
That's very unfortunate for you. Very unfortunate, I must say. What can I tell you? Thank you for getting those trolls away from me. I don't know. Let's have a beer. Let's chat for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we got my son in here, and his friend. His friend is pretty quiet. He sticks to himself a lot.
Does he happen to be playing with a brick?
Yeah. He's,
Yep.
So do you guys go in for a drink?
Yep, I'll go in. At the very least.
Oh, jeez,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Gonzo and Vivi. And
Found him.
Vivi's just gonna be like, "Oh well, good to see you again, Rupert."
You guys on good terms?
His name is Rupert, Pete.
Yeah, well, you could call him whatever you want, honey. He's harmless. So, anyway, they offer you beer. Do you?
Does it look like normal beer?
No, of course not.
I take it. I don't get anything bothering. Like,
Survival
anything
check?
hesitating.
Sure. Okay, so Tond, you can roll survival. You're not really able to tell much about it, but you look on the sides of the barrels, and it said Captain Rudy's Private Reserve.
His name's Pete. It's canon. The DM just said it.
Yeah, you just Freudian slipped me, but it's Captain Rudy's Private Reserve.
I've taken one and I'm decking it down already.
So
'Cause,
tasting
of
it, it's pretty strong, and it's got a definite kick to it. It's unlike most of the beers that you've tasted, but you can just kind of tell from this one. You don't wince at it, but because you're seasoned, but you can tell that this will take an acquired taste to get down. And
Interesting flavor.
yeah, well, I mean, it's basically the only beer that we have down here, so we all got kind of used to it. So meta, it's basically the Bud Light of the Mendes area of the Underdark. That's kind of what you learned from him. But yeah, Rupert, he says he kind of wants to learn a little bit more about you guys. We see a lot of people coming through these days for Mr. Perry's new venture, but I guess you guys are out to disrupt it then.
Yep, that's the plan.
That's very bold of you, trying to take on a baron like that. And I'm sure you don't even understand what the barons are about, right?
Tell us.
Don't really care.
I mean, if we want to take him on, we should know, right?
The barons are very powerful. I'm just going to reiterate this. I'm sure you've heard it a few times already. The barons, they don't mess around. They have basically complete control over Mendes. And, well, a little bit of a history lesson.
Make it short.
Okay, the Rudies. There's 3 different clans of Durlugs that are around this area. You got the Rudies, you got the Gilberts, and you got the Barnabys. And on this side of the lake, yeah, it's all the Rudies that are taking over. We used to live in another spot, but after we found a little bit of fortune to our names, then we decided to move. Rather, we didn't really want to move. We just kind of accidentally crashed our ship into the bay, and then we decided to set up a new city on top of where we crashed the ship. And that turned into Mendes. And then we got a lot of attention from overworlders who frequent through the Underdark, and that's when the barons came in. So, even though Captain Rudy is supposed to lead us, and Captain Rudy leads the Rudies, his influence has really waned. Except he makes this brew for us still. He makes it in the bottom level of his ship. It's actually quite interesting that he's turned it into a brewery. But anyway, enough talk aside. Thanks again for taking care of those trolls. You got any? I guess you got any questions for me?
What can you tell me about Perry?
Mr. Perry. Let's see. Compared to the other barons, there's 4 barons, by the way. There's Mr. Perry, he runs the club. There's Miss Indy, she runs the workhouse, or the labor house, whatever. Mr. Ziggy, he runs the shop, and Mr. Nick runs the casino and the bat races. And I'd say that, I wouldn't say that Mr. Perry is the strongest of them all, but, he's got a bit of an attitude to him. I'd say that he's very strict to his word, and you can tell the guy has an agenda out. He wants to make money. He's all about money.
What's his race?
What?
What's his race?
He's a human. Yeah, so he's a human, and they're all overworld races. We got Mr. Ziggy, he's a halfling. Mr. Nick, he's a dwarf. And Miss Indy, she's an elf. Everyone loves Miss Indy. But, in any case, Mr. Perry, he's a businessman, through and through. He runs the club with an iron fist, and he runs his gang with an iron fist as well. That's why some of them are kind of jerks, but they get the job done.
Okay. There were 4. I have Perry, Indy, Ziggy.
Perry, Indy, Ziggy, and Nick.
I just wouldn't cross them. They're more people that you would want to get favor with rather than try and take them over. Because they're all kind of working together. You can tell that they were... I can tell that they were kind of adventurers just like you working together one day. But now they've decided to take over a small, thriving city and try and grow it even more. I will say that. Those businesses, when they bought them, they were not as big as they were now. Mendes has really grown a lot thanks to the barons. Captain Rudy, though, he's just plain old Captain Rudy, sitting on his damn chair and turned into a bit of a joke.
Well, anyone have any more questions?
What kind of business is Perry in?
He runs the club. The club's called Ecstasy. Gets a lot of, sometimes gets some celebrities in there. Some of them that you've never heard of. But,
Then they're not celebrities, are they?
I mean, you ever heard of a B-lister? Yeah, you haven't really heard of too many B-listers, huh? Regardless,
So
he
if
runs the
if
club.
his business is the club, what is he doing coming out here?
He has decided, I guess, that maybe the club isn't the most lucrative, and he is expanding operations in other ways, such as, scavenging tours.
Yep.
He's got a
And
few
we
We
other
can't be
operations.
scavenging our home.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to convince him otherwise. So, basically, if you want to get to Mr. Perry, you gotta show him where the money is. And then, he'll probably shift his resources towards that instead.
We need to find another source of money.
Yeah, that's your best
So-
bet.
So what you're saying is we should flood this place.
No, I don't think you'll be able to do that too easily.
All we really need to do is kill the guys up top and just blow up the whole.
So you're conspiring to kill all of us. You really want to say that to me?
Well, if Mr. Perry doesn't stop looting our shit.
I think that, before you take any action like that, he might catch on. I'd be careful if I were you.
We already have plans set if we don't return.
I think maybe we don't need to threaten this guy, Klaus. He's somewhat the messenger.
Yeah, but this is just in case we don't return. We could relocate before the shit comes down on top of him.
Well, anyway, good luck with that if you ever try it. But, I think that with, threats of conspiracy, maybe you've overstayed your welcome, so I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Why do you live here? I mean, there were spiders, giant oak people, and now there's trolls.
Well,
One of
like I
these
just
different
told you, they
times,
weren't here, and I don't know why they're here.
When did they start coming?
Pretty recently. This is something that happened over today.
Where are they coming from?
I don't know. I was just in my house, and what do I know? I hear all this clicking and clacking outside. I check outside, and
Didn't he just ask us to leave?
Yeah, also it looks like this is the only entrance, so how could you not know where they came from?
yeah, they probably came. They came through the passage, but I don't know why they came here. So it's just a little strange. It is a nice little lush area, and so I don't know. But again, I say, I think you've overstayed your welcome. Threatening to destroy our home, that's It's not cool.
No, not your home. Just the tunnel that leads up to our house.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
Good luck with your trolls.
Alright, well, I guess...
You're
you guys-
welcome.
I guess that's it then. If you guys want to
Yes,
keep moving along, a bunch of you guys together. Little boy, he skedaddles. Gonzo and Vivi, they're still coming with you because they live in the city. And if you guys continue down that way, you'll see at kind of the very end of the tunnel where it opens up, a couple corpses of some interesting looking guys. Thorkall would probably recognize what they are.
Duergar.
Can I do a history check?
You can, but I'm gonna lower the DC significantly for Thorkall.
Okay, I'll do a history check then. Normal.
Jesus. You enjoy. You got a little bit too drunk off the beer.
How,
Oh my god.
how long have they been dead? What's the
It's,
decomposition level?
they look pretty recently dead. Actually, give me a medicine check to see.
But they're not warm to the touch,
Can
are
I
they?
assist?
Yeah, it's giving whoever wants to make a medicine check.
Mine's +3.
That's a 3. Mine's -1.
Alright, I'll do it. Look at those rolls! Woo!
Thorkall,
Wow.
do you want to give it a shot?
I'll try with my awful medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not really able. You can tell that they died within the day.
Let's hope no one gets a splinter.
Everything we're doing is just hurting him. Just like
Yeah, we keep prodding them.
desecrating their corpse.
Yep.
So, Thorkall and we'll also say Tan because you're kind of a gnome. You know that these guys are the Duergar. They're dwarves of the Underdark. And if actually make an investigation check on these guys too, to see maybe what they were doing here.
I want to search their pockets for any gold, silver, or copper.
You're gonna loot their dead corpses? Okay.
Well, they're dead. They're not gonna use it.
Okay.
And it's not grave robbing if they're not in a grave. Left to the side on a road.
You find 5 gold, 17 silver, and 16 copper.
Alright.
Investigating on their bodies. Silas was the only one to do it. And Silas, you notice that they both have lumberjack tools on them.
I'll take those. So there's 2.
Yeah,
Why do they
they
have lumberjack tools? They're underground.
maybe they were chopping down.
Who knows how to use
Fun.
some lumberjack tools?
Nobody.
Would I know? I have
Who's
carpentry
strong?
You
tools.
have carpentry, but that's for building stuff, and I don't know if there's a separate skill for lumber.
Yeah, because
Is it a strength or
There's
dex?
woodworking, isn't there? Wood carver's tools.
That's yeah, but lumberjacking is
Yeah,
it's kind of like an axe.
it would be an axe saw, something to fell the tree over.
But if you look closely on one of the saws that they have, you do see little remnants of fungal spores on them. So, not sure.
Something down. Interesting.
Piece together what you will. That is what you see. And from then, the path opens up. And you have a nice path leading to Mendes. That is about 3 miles to get there.
What's that? An hour?
It'll take about 2-3 hours. It's because when you're traveling down the Underdark here, I'm ruling that the movement rate is going to be doubled due to the atmosphere, the uneven terrain, and it's basically a whole bunch of difficult terrain down here. So it would take about 3 hours to get to Mendes. Do you do anything on the way, or do you just want to straight up head that way?
We're
Is
coming
that
from
where we can take a
Orlunei,
long
right?
rest?
Say what?
We're coming from Orlunei, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's your fortress.
Yeah.
I'm
Is
not
there
familiar
anywhere
with
that
this
we
terrain.
could take a long rest?
Well, they probably have an inn in town.
Yeah, what time is it? Like, is it... Are we sleepy? Is it time for...
We'll say that with the time that it's took for you guys to... Let's see. Yeah, the time is kind of screwed up. Because basically we started... I was gonna say that we started this day with, You're on 4th day right now, and so you started in the morning. Yeah, all of this today, it happened in the morning of 4th day, and so... With all the traveling that you've done, you're probably looking at about 3 or 4 in the afternoon right now. And if you travel for 3 more hours, you'll probably get there 6 or 7 at night.
Yeah. So if we get to Mendes, sure they'll have an inn. Or do you want to these rocks?
I don't know, an inn seems more pleasant than standing around sleeping along these rocks.
And we're unfamiliar with terrain or what kind of creatures around.
My vote would be going for Mendes.
Yeah, we saw those chickens with hooks in our hand.
Okay. You guys will head over to Mendes then. So when you see when you get closer to it, it's a rather impeccable sight. You see a bunch of lights from the distance. Let me see what I have written out. I don't know if I'd finished writing it out. Yeah, you see from the distance many bright and colorful lights emitting from the city, moving in different fashions. It's meta. It's kind of like spotlights, and the whole town seems lit up, and not by fire for some reason. They're using something else to light their entire city, but it's just interesting how it's a spectacle that can be seen for quite a few miles, and it seems to light up almost the entirety of the Underdark around it. And so it's
Can I make an intelligence check
for why?
to see if I can understand the lighting with the technology and shit?
You wouldn't. This is like all new. This is like hidden knowledge shit that's been underground. I mean, you can make a intelligence check and I'll have it be at a high DC. to see if maybe you kind of understand maybe what's going on, but no, it's this is a little bit out there. But anyway, you get closer and closer to Mendes, and you get to the gates, and there's some Durlugs there. They're just kind of flagging you in. They see Gonzo and Vivi, and they give them... Ugh. They let them in anyway, but you guys now enter Mendes. So here it is. City of winning
Is
and
this
sitting.
a video game from like 1994?
What do you mean?
This
Just
is
the way
Booty.
that
This is Booty Bay from World of Warcraft.
No, it's not. It's Mendes.
Well, yeah, but I know where this is from.
It's from
No, it
Mendes.
reminds me of like the menu choices in like a computer game from 1995 where like it has that laid back like upbeat music
Yeah.
and it has all the choices and then you pick one and then it's like you and then you go into that
Yeah.
room or whatever.
Yeah, like a point and click adventure. That was kind of the vibe I was going for, yeah. So, Mendes, there's a few different places you can go. The Laborhouse is where you would find an inn, among other things. Then they also have the casino, a bunch of shops that has restaurants. You got the club, it's called Ecstasy. And then they have the racetrack where they have bat races.
So, let's go. Get some shut eye. I don't know.
You
Is there
do,
more
you do know that
things?
you do know that Mr. Perry, he runs the club. He runs Ecstasy. It's beautiful.
Yep.
Gorgeous. So, okay, you guys can head over to the Laborhouse.
Is that the one that says girls?
How large is this city?
It's bigger than that picture, I'll say. It has, you would have to discover it. You would have to find it out later, but from what you've seen and all the Durlugs running in the street, you can tell that it's got more than 500. It's more than 500 Durlugs, and so it's a sizable city. There's quite a bit to it, and I mean, if you got barons that are running the businesses of it, that are filthy rich or whatever, then there's quite a bit to this city.
Do I notice any combustible chemicals around or
Who would
anything
just
like
leave
that?
those out?
Well, I mean, like, they're all technologically advanced, so they might have some kind of power source or whatever that might be explosive.
Yeah, so that's something that you could investigate on your own. Is just like, how the heck is all this being powered? How are all those neon signs? What the hell is a neon sign being powered? And that might take a little bit of time and talking to a bunch of people. But you...
I got my tinker tools too.
Yeah, so we could handle that later. I still need to...
All right.
Truthfully, I still need to hash it out. But we can head over
And I
to the
still
labor
need my
house.
cloak.
The what?
My cloak,
What about your cloak?
my robe of useful items.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that still. Okay, heading over to the labor house. Just a second.
Oh wow,
The
there's
entrance is right
actually
there.
normal people here.
Yeah, that's something it might be a little bit strange to you, is that you see
Twins!
alongside the Durlugs is you see a bunch of humans, overworlders, they would call them, that have come to visit, but Anyway, yeah, you see a bunch of Durlugs all at a table. Some of them seem to be meeting. Some of the girls seem to be flirting. But this is the Laborhouse. This is where they practice their trades and they make goods for the city.
Oh, door barkeep? Is it good?
Yep.
Hello.
And I'll just look at the what's normal for Klaus to like the normal people. Look him up and down. He walks by.
Yeah, they don't pay any notice to you really. Oh, I don't know what you guys want to do, but
I want to look at the brew on the side of the barrel.
yeah, it's all Captain Rudy's private stash.
Sorry there, barkeep.
Good old Pete beer.
So the
Any rooms available?
barkeep looks at you and just said, yeah, we got some rooms upstairs that are available for you if you like them. Yeah,
How much for one
that's
night?
all that we got available right now. But here you feel free to take them. They're about 2 gold a night.
No.
Jesus.
They're
What are
good
these?
rooms.
Are they though?
Yeah, they're pretty
Is there
good
something?
rooms.
Is there something special about them? Any special services if it's 2 gold a night?
Oh, if you want any special services, that's gonna cost you extra, honey. But no, it's a big room.
I could bloody live off it.
No, we share.
Klaus will give her 2 gold room.
Grumble, you give her the gold.
Are we
But-
paying this from our party stash or personal stash?
I gave it from my personal stash.
Yeah, that's something that we need to figure out for you guys, is if you just want to split all the party gold now, just to... I don't know.
No, I was just checking. If
But anyway, the rooms are upstairs right there, and I'll just kind of reveal them. Kind of
Oh,
right there on the
there.
road. So they are pretty nice rooms, and so that's why they got the high price tag. And then
I'll take the one at the end, the purple one.
Do you have any elderly and gnome accessible rooms?
we tend to go by one size fits all.
Damn.
So
Who wants to cuddle?
No. Can I get some food and a drink?
yeah,
me as well.
I approach over to Ton and go, we can double up on a room if you'd like.
I got a gold.
And I front a gold.
Alright, so I'm gonna deduct a gold from mine.
Is this window open?
So
Shops and stuff.
Which room do you
This-
want?
this would kind of amount to being a wealthy room,
We take the opposite purple one.
2 gold per night. And so if you want meals, then there'll be 5 silver pieces per meal. They got comfortable meals that they make.
Okay,
We'll take this room.
I give her five silver set.
5 silver per meal. Yep.
Yep, I'll go 5 silver and go take the corner.
Yep,
Right on.
Thaddeus as well.
I'll
Oh,
just see one of my rations.
And I'd like
Oh.
to serve the normal looking people.
So
yeah, I'll take a meal.
Okay. So you guys can all take your meals, take a rest if you want. I guess Tan's up in your room. You might hear some of the Durlugs and the people around talking about Miss Indy, who runs the place. and how she's seemed a little bit upset recently. But nothing too much beyond that. So it's really up to you what you want to do. So Thaddeus, you just want to sit between those two guys?
Yep.
Right on. I get to.
Yeah.
reveal
So
who we-
Thaddeus is asking, especially the humans, like where they're coming from. Like, hey, how are you getting here?
Glad you asked that one.
Where you from?
Here's one of the Durlugs that you're sitting right next to. That was actually the second one that I ever drew, but okay. So this guy who you say that to, he just kind of gives you a stern look. He just kind of glares at you, but he looks you up and down, and he says, "You don't come here often, do you?"
No, I'm new in town.
He just kind of chuckles a little bit, and he says, "Let me tell you this. Let me tell it to you this way. Would you like if I knew exactly where you came from, where you live?"
I mean, I came from above.
We all came from above. But
Came
would you
from
like
above.
me? Would you like if I knew exactly where you came from?
I can tell you
I
the
think
general
Thaddeus
area.
meant what entrance did they use?
Yeah.
We all got our secrets down here, and guess what? I'm not gonna tell you exactly how I got here. Because I'm not sure if you realize, but a lot of us that come down here are simple traders, just trying to make a living. And because of that, we all have our own roots that we like to keep proprietary. And it would be very harmful to all of our businesses if we started revealing secrets.
I see. We aren't traders, though. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to tell us.
I can tell that you're something else. I can tell it's probably your first time down here. What the hell are you doing down here, you damn tourist?
I'm just seeing the sights, you know? It's a lovely city.
So this guy's like clearly a jerk, and he's just like
Yeah,
kind of giving you
this guy, I'm actually more interested, especially in talking to the human, because the human probably came from above.
Well, I mean, this is the human saying all this to you.
Oh, this is the human, okay.
This is the human saying all of this to you.
Got it.
He's a jerk.
Is that a dark elf or what?
It's a dark elf, yeah.
Hmm.
So he's seated next to a dark elf. But, so he's saying all this to you, and he's just
Got it.
saying, let me just give you a little piece of advice, kid. I'll go easy on you this time. You stay out of people's business. You let them do what they want down here. You don't ask any dumb questions like where you're from. You just buy their shit from them or let them sell, and that's it. If you want
Is this a good place to buy? Get special items?
you can get whatever the hell you want down here. It's gonna come at a big premium, but we got a nice market, I'll say.
I'll have to look into it tomorrow.
Keep your head down. You stand out,
I
looking like
I
a
would
looking
assume
like
I
a
did.
lost dog.
What are you dealing?
What am I dealing? I'm not sure if I should be dealing to a dumbass like you.
That may be true.
Uh,
Alright, I'll finish up my meal. I don't have really anything else to ask.
Yeah. It turns the conversation turns a little bit awkward at that point, and you can tell that the people that come down to here are not your typical friendly bunch that you would meet in the overworld. These guys are clearly, a lot of them are criminal types. You
And
can
Thaddeus
really tell.
especially isn't used to the criminal types either.
Yeah, so it's gonna take a little bit of street smarts, some of which you might not have, and
Yep.
which he may have pointed out to you that you lack.
It's definitely true.
So, that aside, you can finish up your meal. Klaus, you listen in on the Durlugs talking about Miss Indy. And,
Which ones are talking about Miss Indy?
It was this guy right here, the one wearing the light blue bandana.
When he...
So you hear him saying stuff like, the Barons, they just had their weekly meeting and apparently it didn't go over too well, and saw Miss Indy coming back in, and she just looked a little bit more upset than usual. You see that, like, saying that's to his arm candy right there.
I would like to nudge him with the elbow slightly and say, could you point out Miss Indy to me?
Miss Indy? The Baroness? What do you have to do with Miss Indy? Who are you?
And when I'm, like, turning around in my seat, I slip a gold piece with my hand on the table.
He waves his hand, like, keep it coming.
Slide 4 more gold.
So he takes it from you. He says, "She's you go down the hall, take a right, go up the stairs, and that's where her office is. But I'm not sure if she's expecting guests right now. She's a very busy woman. There's a lot that happens here at the Laborhouse. She's basically in control of all the production of goods."
I'm sure. I won't disturb her.
So,
Meeting.
What?
Which hallway did he mean? This one?
It was, yeah, right up there. Those are the stairs.
After Klaus finishes eating. Up.
You cut out. After Klaus finishes eating, then what?
He'll head up there.
Okay. Alright, so... First I gotta ask, how are you guys on time?
Okay.
You're okay? I was thinking of wrapping it up soon. Like
I'm
maybe-
okay for now, although I wouldn't mind doing something else today.
Yeah, so...
I think we just do a long rest and call it good.
We could. Klaus, if you do head over there, then there would be these two kind of elite-looking guys. They got some designer sunglasses on. No, not sunglasses. They're just designer glasses on. And they got bandoliers of Bowie knives on them, kind of like Olis did.
Yeah.
And so they look at you and they say, "Now, what the hell do you want with Miss Indy?"
Well, you see, new in town. Thought I'd meet the law. Maybe get some work. Get some business going.
And
Thaddeus, where's my cuddle buddy?
I kind of duck my head.
I guess I'll.
well, he's
Oh,
sitting next
like-
to that jerk up there. The guy next to you, Thaddeus, he just starts chuckling. He just like puts his arm around his girl and they say, "Let's get the hell out of here," and then they exit. So
Oh, that was his go.
okay, so Klaus, they ask, "So you're new here, so then what do you even do?"
I'm quite proficient at killing things. On our way here, we run into some, I don't know what you call them, fighters. Then there's chickens with hooks. Well,
Chickens with hooks. Yeah.
oh, and I just pull out one of their claws out of the bag of holding
Oh, jeez.
thing.
You're not
Put
kidding.
it back. Yeah, those things.
It's something else.
Okay.
As you clearly see, I'm unarmed, and I mean no harm. I just would like to have a small chat.
Here's the pony, didn't even know it.
Sure. Well, problem is, she's not here right now. She's visiting one of the other barons.
Would she be back tomorrow morning?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm staying here. Second floor, last room on the left.
Okay. I guess we'll let her know that some mercenary came by and may be looking for work.
And now you know where to slit his throat. Good job, dude.
Yeah. And I'll push a door against the door handle. Not bad. The chair against the door handle. So it can't open.
What is Thaddeus doing?
Thaddeus is mostly getting ready for bed.
Okay. Which room did you take?
Why is Thorgal in here?
Because I paid for the other half of the room, didn't I?
Yeah, wasn't Torkal and Thond like cuddle buddies?
Oh.
Yep. But I'll
Alright.
take this room.
Which was
Alrighty.
weird when Thond said Thaddeus was my cuddle buddy.
Half the room's mine.
Someone's a bear.
Funny stuff. Okay, guys. We'll say that you guys take a long rest at this point. It turns into a 5th day. It's actually the last day of the month. Oh, and
Yep.
Huo Jing, she takes a room too. I gotta subtract that from her inventory. And you guys get a long rest, and then the day will conclude. And with that, we are going to end the session. We will be reconvening on the 25th.
25th.
Yep. So thank you guys for attending. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time.